his 20th of the summer. He'll work against 4-5-6. That's Marcus Brown to lead things off. Caden Grice in the on-deck circle, followed by Chuck Ingram. First pitch to Brown, called strike on the breaking ball, right over the heart of the plate. Brown out of Oklahoma State, 248 hitter for the Anglers. 0-1, grounded to the left side. Blake Wright bobbled for a bit. His throw to first, it's not in time. It was a close play, but Brown beat it up the line. And that'll be the first error of the night, dealt to Blake Wright. And you look back over the last 3 games, Cam, no errors for the Gatemen, but hoping to overcome an early defensive miscue. 1 aboard for Cade Grice, the tall man out of Clemson. 6'6" left-handed hitter, working against a 6'6" right-handed pitcher. Brown steps off first, no outs, top second. First pitch, off speed, left up, count 1-0. For Grice, a power hitter, tied for the team lead, 4 home runs this season. He along with Jake DeLeo. 1-0 toss. Hit high in the air, but not very far. Shallow left field. Blake Wright ranges back from short. Charging up was Chick from left, but it'll be the shortstop to make the catch. 1 away in the top of the second.
Now batting the left fielder out of Wichita State, Chuck Ingram.
1 on, 1 down for Chuck Ingram, the left fielder from Wichita State. Kansas City native. He struggled, though, on the Cape. His 22nd game of the summer, he's just 5 for 49. That's an average hovering around 100. Gravy misses low. Count 1-0. Marcus Brown occupies first with 1 out. Now he's sprinting to second. Burks will not throw down, and it's a stolen bag for Brown into scoring position. Suddenly, the Anglers are within striking distance despite not having a hit. Brown reached on an error on a bobbled ground ball. "2-0 count to Ingram, but the hitter will call time.
So this Anglers team only steals around 1 bag per game. They're 7th on the Cape, and they're taking advantage of Wareham's ineptitude on the mound of catching guys trying to steal.
2-0, base hit into the gap of left center for extra bags. Rounding third, coming home is Brown. And sliding into second, safely, is Chuck Ingram. An RBI double. And Chatham takes a 1-0 lead in the top of the second.
Left one out over the heart of the plate. I think it has a lot to do with that runner swiping second. So now you have to worry about a guy behind you. And on that pitch, the location was lower than it was delivered. And well, Chuck Ingram took advantage.
He trades places with Brown to bring up Cooper Ingle, designated hitter, and the second Clemson Tiger in the order. One on, 1 away. First pitch is a fastball, taken for strike 1 in the top half. Righty on lefty. England, Asheville, North Carolina native. Just about an hour north of Clemson. The 0-1. Ground to the right side. Hausinger from second is there. Pumps once, throws in time. 2 away. Meanwhile, making his way to third goes Ingram.
Now batting the third baseman from Tampa.
2 outs in the top of the second. Anglers lead it by 1, with Anthony Nunez stepping to the plate. The third baseman out of Tampa. No RBI on the season. But if he can potentially bring home Ingram from third, he'll double Chatham's lead. Gravy trying to minimize the damage. First pitch fouled away, third base side. Nunez out of Miami Springs. His 12th game with the Anglers. A 130 hitter. The 0-1. Fouled off yet again. Fastball, fastball. Nunez just catches a piece of both. Cravey, quick work. 0-2 punch. Inner half, breaking ball doesn't dot that bottom inside corner. It's ball 1. Chatham off of the right foot as they look to extend their win streak to 4 games tonight. The 1-2. Hit high in the air, foul territory side. Fabian gives chase from third. He's nearing the fence, but he'll back up and make the catch in the shade for out number 3. An RBI double from Chuck Ingram puts the Anglers up early. 1-0. We'll be back for the bottom of the second. We return from Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP, have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights. Be prepared and contact Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham and 2318 Acushnet Avenue in New Bedford. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website www.rkm-law.com.
Roman Kimball returns to the bump for the Anglers, and he inherits a 1-run lead, courtesy of an Ingram RBI double in the top half. Meanwhile, for the Gatemen, it's 4-5-6 due up in the order, led off by Owen Diodati. Diodati not in last night's lineup, getting the day off. Tonight his 13th game of the summer, and he has been fantastic in the previous 12. 354 hitter. A pair of home runs. First pitch from Kimball. It's a fastball off the plate. Count 1-0. Righty on lefty. Kimball turns and deals. 1-0 up and away. Ball 2. One thing each of these two have in common, they've utilized the transfer portal. 2-0 pitch, Diodati. Fastball clips the outside edge of the plate, away from the lefty hitter. Strike 1. For Kimball, he goes from Notre Dame to South Carolina. For Diodati, from Alabama to Oregon. So one leaves the SEC, one joins it. The 2-1. Fastball rides high. That's ball 3. You go back to the first. Chase Davis drew a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning. But he would be caught off the bag. A good pick-off move from Kimball en route to a 3-batter frame. 3-1 pitch to Diodati. Upstairs and outside. Ball 4. The Gatemen begin the second just as they did the first. Kimball's second walk of the evening.
That matches the amount that Kimball had entering this game in his previous 2 outings. And for Owen Diodati, that's walk number 6.
Kimball's 7 innings pitch coming into tonight. His 3rd appearance, 2nd start on the Cade. 1 aboard for Blake Wright, Clemson shortstop. First pitch upstairs, letter high. Wright drove in the 2nd run and last run of the game last night at Bourne A 1-for-4 evening, an RBI double with a walk. .202 hitter on the Cade. 1-0 from Kimball. Fastball, eye level. Ball 2. And an early look into the Palmetto State rivalry between these two. 2-0 pitch. Fastball just off the plate. Kimball was trying to paint the outside half, but just missed. Now a 3-0 count. Diodati stands off first. Drew a leadoff walk moments ago. No outs. Bottom second. Anglers lead by 1. 3-0 pitch. Kimball fires strike 1 right down Broadway. We talk about that Palmetto State rivalry, and it's very interesting. So you'll start it out on a Friday night. They'll play at either Clemson or down in Columbia at South Carolina. And then the second day is always a quote-unquote neutral site game. 3-1 pitch. Fastball called strike 2, inside edge. Blake Wright was ready to trot down to first. Instead, the count goes full. And I say quote-unquote neutral site game. They play it at a minor league ballpark. Well, two of the 3 minor league ballparks in South Carolina. One of them is in Greenville for the Greenville Drive, High A of Boston. And that's about 25 minutes from Clemson and about 2 hours from Columbia. Payoff pitch to right. Grounder, shortstop side. Brown on a backhand throw, not in time. First hit of the ball game for the Gatemen. That'll put runners at first and second, no outs. So that's the first option of the minor league ballpark. That's the neutral site game. 25 minutes from one, 2 hours from the other. Or your second option is Segra Park, which is home to the Columbia Fireflies, High A of Kansas City. And that ballpark is 10 minutes from the Gamecocks and 2 hours from the Tigers. So it's really never neutral either way on that Saturday ball game. And then Sunday they play at the opposite home ballpark from they did on Friday night. 2 on for Derek Fabian. First pitch, breaking ball, finds its way into the zone. Count 0-1.
Cade, I'm glad you added that at the end of it, because I was about to say, how neutral is that? That you could walk in under an hour. That doesn't make sense.
Each team gets a home game and then the neutral side. 0-1 pitch. Foul back from Fabian. Count 0-2. Well, Diodati stands at second. Blake Wright on at first. No outs. Bottom second. The Gatemen trying to erase a 1-1 deficit that the Anglers put on the board with a Chuck Ingram double in the top half. Kimball looking for his second strikeout. 0-2 punch. Cut on and missed. Change up. Left inside. Fabian couldn't connect. That's the first out in the bottom of the second.
Now batting the second baseman from Ezeir.
The second K for Roman Kimball, and that's after giving up that infield single to Blake Wright. Did a really good job locating the inside corner to Derek Fabian. And it's a player in Fabian that likes to hunt there. You're not going to have that much success hunting in one location against a stout batter like Jack Hausinger.
Righty on lefty for Hausinger, the second baseman. 2 aboard, 1 away. Kimball's first pitch. Fastball upstairs, count 1-0. Hausinger last night, well, he played a pair of roles. He went 1 for 4 at the plate and also pitched the 8th inning. Allowed 1 hit, 1 run to score. It was earned with a walk and a strikeout. That's his 3rd time on the mound this summer. 1-0 off the plate. Diodati, the tying run in scoring position at second. Blake right behind him at first. One out for Hausinger. A 7-hole hitter in the Gateman lineup. 2-0 pitch. Popped him up. Infield skies. Kimball, the pitcher, calls for it. He steps over nearly on the third base line to make the catch. 2 away.
If I'm South Carolina, I'm really happy with that type of play, because in any other scenario, you don't let your pitcher go after it. You want one of your position players, especially with the third baseman Nunez charging in. He would have easily made that catch. But it shows the competitive of Roman Kimball, and they're lucky to have him in Columbia.
Just one of the many additions the Gamecocks have made out of the transfer portal. Mark Kingston squad down there in Columbia. 2 aboard, 2 outs for Devin Burks. Breaking ball in the zone, called strike 1. And you look at Kimball, well, he's no stranger to how the Gamecocks run things in Columbia. We mentioned him, a New Hartford, New York native. Now, that's a long way from South Carolina, isn't it? The 0-1 in the dirt. Count even, runners remain. But he spent his prep years at P27 Academy, which is a baseball academy located in the small town of Lexington, South Carolina. Well, to get from P27 to Founders Park, it's going to be roughly about a 20-minute drive. So not too far. Kimball took in a few games as a high school student there at the Gamecocks home ballpark. And now we'll don the garnet and black in the fall. 2 aboard, 2 outs. 1-1 pitch to Burks. Chop foul off the plate. Strike 2. Burks out of Kentucky. Tonight his 5th game of the summer. 2 for 10 so far at the plate. The tying run in scoring position for Wareham. Down by just a run. 1-2 off the plate. Count even. For the second straight inning, the Gatemen lead it off with a walk. That's Diodati, how he found his way on the base pass. Blake Wright followed it up with an infield single. But since the last 2 batters have been retired, a strikeout and an infield pop-up from Hausinger. It falls onto the shoulders of Burks. 2 on and 2 away. 2-2 pitch. Cut on and missed. Fastball went by him, and that's 3 strikeouts tonight for Roman Kimball. Through 2, the Anglers lead it 1-0. We'll be back for more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
We appreciate and thank the sponsors who support the Cape League and the 10 teams. Our corporate sponsors are the financial backbone of the league. It is with their support that we are able to preserve our long-standing tradition of providing the best family entertainment here on Cape Cod, free of charge. On behalf of the 9 other teams, the Wareham Gatemen, league officers, and the entire Cape League family, we would like to announce and thank our 2022 corporate sponsors. With much appreciation, we recognize the Yawkey Foundation, Gibson Sotheby's, Curry College, the 99 Restaurants, Coca-Cola Bottling of Cape Cod, Badger Sport, Zephyr Hats, Cape Cod 5 Cents Saving Bank, Milton Cat, Mosquito Marys, Massachusetts State Lottery. We will be back to you in the next inning for the second half of this outstanding list of loyal sponsors.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including 5th-year master's programs at curry.edu.
Mosquito bites and ticks. No, yikes! When the bugs get scary, just call Mosquito Marys. 866 Ask Mary. Or visit us at mosquitomarys.com.
We go to the top of the third. Chatham leads 1-0. It's 9-1-2. Due up in the Anglers order. That's led off by Jake Rubenstein. catcher out of Georgia Tech. Cravey back on the bump, tonight's Gateman starter. First pitch, the righty hitter. That's a breaking ball, miss low. Count 1-0. Rubenstein, one of two Yellow Jackets in the Anglers' starting nine. He cuts past a fastball to even the count. At one apiece. Rubenstein, he chose to stay home, an Atlanta native. So far on the Cape, he's been stout. 10th game of the summer, a 3.08 average. Have your 9-hole hitter. Hitting above 300 is a luxury to have. The 1-1 popped him up out of play, it looks like. Fabian No will give chase from third. He'll make the catch just along the fencing. That ball stayed in when I thought it would get out. That's one out in the top of the third. Second straight batter to be retired on a foul territory pop-up. And that'll bring up Guy Garibay Jr., right fielder from Rice. 0 for 1 tonight, struck out looking back in the first. Only strikeout to Cravey's credit this evening. 1-out pitch, strike one called right across the heart. And Garibay has not been an easy out for opposing pitchers to find in recent days. The 0-1, cut on and miss. Change up, left on the outside from Cravey. Garibay with a big whiff. I say he hasn't been an easy out, and well, he hasn't. 5 for 8 in his last 3 games with 6 RBIs. 0-2, chopper to Blake Wright at third. Initially dropped it on a weird hop. His throw in the stretch from Anderson in time for the second out.
The second time that Blake Wright has found one off the bobble, and a great job responding to a bit of adversity, and that's exactly what you're going to get in the infield here at Spillane Field, where the infield grass merges with the stone dust. A lot of the times it will take weird hops that you can't expect. It's only going to make you a better fielder.
Here's Jake DeLeo, the center fielder out of Georgia Tech. 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch from Cravey. Gets past the battery, count 1-0. And we're seeing now twice that Jacob Cravey has sailed one over the catcher and the umpire back to the fencing and immediately gone to his fingers. And that's probably just sweat that's making the ball slick. It feels like 96 degrees with a heat index tonight in Wareham. And I say that tonight. This isn't midday sun. 55% humidity as well. Count even at 1 apiece on a breaking ball. Taken in the lower half. And now Leo will call time.
So, Cade, I'm sitting down right now, and my back, it feels 100. So I get Jacob Cravey's pain right now.
The 1-1. Off speed, beautiful pitch. Paints the inside edge like Picasso. And that's strike 2. Movement on that changeup pitch from Cravey was a looker. The 1-2. Fastball just above the zone. Cravey thought it was strike 3. Instead, it's a 2-2 count. Anglers lead it 1-0, top third. Bases empty, 2 outs. The 2-2. Spiked in, count goes full. The Anglers brought across their run in the second. An RBI double from Chuck Ingram. Cravey looking for his second strikeout on the afternoon. The payoff pitch. Fastball misses at the letters for ball 4. First walk issued out tonight. 9th of the summer from Cravey. And that'll put a runner on with 2 outs for Rock Riggio.
The Gateman pitching staff is not known for walking batters, least on the Cape. That's been one of the bright spots in this pitching staff. And fortunately for Cravey, it's with 2 away.
40th pitch upcoming for Cravey. Riggio 0 for 1, a ground out to end the first. Lefty hitter with a runner on. 2-out toss off the plate. Count 1-0. And you're right, Cam, this is not a Gateman pitching staff that has been plagued by free passes. More so, just they've been finding unlucky barrels. The highest ERA and the highest batting average against in the Cape. But like you mentioned, the fewest strikeouts. That one from Cravey, just the 101st on the season. 34 games in. As It's less than 3 a game. 2 balls, no strikes to Riggio. DeLeo on at first. Runner goes. Swung on, grounded foul. First base side. Little hit and run from Tom Holliday's squad, trying to double up their lead in the top of the third, currently sitting at 1-0. One aboard, 2 away. Riggio at the dish, 3-hole hitter. Cravey settles in the 2-1. Outside, trying to see if Riggio would give chase to the fastball. Instead, count goes 3-1. Cravey trying to avoid walking his second batter in a row. 3-1 pitch. Runner goes, called strike 2. The throw down to second. The tag not in time. 2 stolen bases tonight for the Gatemen. The first from DeLeo. Count is full at the plate to Riggio with a man in scoring position and 2 outs. Cravey comes set of the belt. Payoff pitch. Runner goes to third. Ball 4 misses low. Kevin Burks held that pitch for a while, hoping their home plate umpire Ryan DeMayer would give him the signal. Instead, it's back-to-back walks. DeLeo will get over to third. 2 stolen bases in 2 attempts this evening. And runners are on the corners for Marcus Brown. Shortstop from Oklahoma State, cleanup hitter. Reached on an error back in the first. 248 hitter, 10 RBIs this summer. Anglers lead it 1-0, but looking for more. 2-out pitch, up and out.
This is when you start to worry about command with Jacob Cravey. In his last 9 pitches, 7 of them have been balls.
Both runners on the base path reached on walks, and both reached with 2 outs. A pick off over to first, Riggio back in time. Cravey, the right-hander, out of Samford, Southern Conference down in Alabama. The 1-0 popped him up. Shallow outfield skies. Right backs up from short and will drop it on a... He was stepping back as far as he could. One runner came around to score. Now the throw in from Davis from center won't get the second runner. Lost it in the skies to Blake Wright. And it's now 3-0 Chatham in the top of the third.
That's a ball where you have to defer to your left fielder. Cam Chick was approaching. Blake Wright had it, but you're right, lost it in the sun. It took some movement in the jet stream as well. There's not a lot of wind, but enough to kind of shift that ball from side to side. And a really, really good job by Rock Riggio to continue to run as he came in to score all the way from first.
With 2 outs, they tell you to run till they stop. Well, till they stop you, essentially. Cade Grice at the plate. First pitch, cut on and missed the changeup, outer half. Count 0-1. The second time tonight that Marcus Brown has reached on an error, both committed from Blake Wright at short. So those 2 runs will be unearned against Cravey. 0-1 pitch off the plate, the fastball, count even. Grice out of Clemson. Has been a 2A player this summer for the Anglers. At the plate, a .237 hitter. On the mound, a 0 ERA through 6 2/3 innings. Grew up just outside of Tigertown over in Greer, South Carolina. Brown goes. The pitch is fouled off from Grice for strike 2. Cravey just trying to work out of the inning. The Anglers have played it 2 and now lead it 3-0. Top third, 2 outs. Runner at first and a 1-2 count. The pitch, Grice sees it outside. Just barely, though. Count even at 2-2. Grice 0 for 1. Popped up to short back in the second. Two-two. Runner goes, but it won't matter. Cut on and missed. That Grice threw the changeup pitch. And make that the 44th time this summer that Caden Grice has been struck out. We go to the bottom of the third. Anglers lead it 3-0. We'll be back for more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Serving southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, Office Technology Group has been the area's source for advanced digital multifunctional copiers since 2009. Call Office Technology Group at 508-858-5825.
Summer is here, and we are finally back to enjoying all our favorite outdoor activities. As temperatures rise, so does the risk for unexpected injuries. South Coast Health Urgent Care Centers are open, safe, and here to provide the care you need when you need it. Our 7 locations are open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Walk-ins are welcome, and having a South Coast Health physician is not required. Visit southcoast.org/urgent care to check wait times and reserve your spot today.
Each time Roman Kimball returns to the mound for Chatham, his lead grows larger. The Anglers lead it 3-0 as we make our way into the bottom of the third. The A's bringing across 2 runs in the top half courtesy of an error committed by Wareham's Blake Wright. Second time he's committed an error this evening. All 3 runs tonight have been unearned against Jacob Cravey, which is never the stat line you want your pitcher to have, is unearned runs, because that means the defense, well, they just simply didn't do their job behind it.
Which is crazy because Wareham ranks top on the Cape in terms of errors. They don't give up, or they don't commit a lot of errors on the defensive side.
None in their last 3 games. Now 2 tonight. First batter up is Cam Chick, the left fielder out of Missouri, making his Gateman debut. First pitch from Kimball. Fastball, called strike 1 in the lower half. For Chick, we say Missouri, a soon-to-be Missouri Tiger. Spent each of the last 4 seasons at Nebraska. Started 50 games for the Cornhuskers this spring. 0-1, caught and missed. Fastball outer half, nothing in 2. A 251 hitter, 8 home runs, and 26 RBI for the Cornhuskers. 0-2 pitch. Chick, liner, foul ball, first base line. Just probably an inch away from fair territory. And with Cam Chick, a 5'8", 175-pounder that can fly around the base pass, he could be looking at the Gateman's first triple of the summer, if that's a fair ball. Instead, here's the 0-2 pitch. Up and in, Kimball misses. Kimball turns and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 4 strikeouts tonight for Roman Kimball. He sits down Cam Chick for the first out in the bottom of the third.
It's odd to see inefficiency leads to a lot of strikeouts. Roman Kimball currently has 45 pitches, only 24 of them for strikes, only a smidge above 50%. But 4 Ks, doing a great job working laterally around the plate.
Top of the order, second time tonight, Chase Davis drew a walk back in the first. He looks at fastball number 1 on the outside edge for strike 1. Oh, 1. Upstairs, count even. Count even at 1-1 for Chase Davis. Base is empty, 1 out. Top, bottom third. Anglers lead by 3. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball went past him. And the fastball pitch from Kimball has been working in this third frame. He's looking to retire his third consecutive batter, dating back to the second. One-two offering. In the dirt. Count even. The Gateman just one hit first time through the order. That was Blake Wright. An infield single into second. Kimball's been strong. And the 2-2. Spiked in the dirt. No damage done, though, with the bases empty. Count goes full. Shade starting to cover the left half of Spillane Field. Payoff pitch, low and inside, ball 4. The second time tonight, Chase Davis draws a walk. And he just continues to find a way on the base pass, make that 8 walks in 5 games for Davis.
Uber patient, that's why you put him that leadoff spot. To think that Wareham shuffled around that leadoff spot between 4 or 5 players, Davis shows up, and he's been in that spot 9 out of the 10 games he's played.
Davis on at first. He has to be careful. He was picked off back in the first inning. First throw to Anderson's breaking ball in the dirt. Count 1-0. First baseman for the Gatemen struck out looking back in the first. 1 of 4 strikeouts to Kimball's credit. One-0 pitch. A high drive out of play. Third base side to even the count at 1-1.
It's the definition of getting in front of a ball, and you want to, but a little too much in front. He barreled a ball, but that one stays fair. It's way gone.
Anderson, 1 home run this season. That was back on the final day of June. Pick off to first. Davis knows better this time. He's back with plenty of seconds to spare. Righty on righty. The Anglers leading by 3. Bottom third, 1 on, 1 out, the 1-1. Sinker pitch inside, ball 2. Kimball looks over his left shoulder to the runner and comes home. Anderson, check swing, held back. It's ball 3. Anderson looking to draw the second consecutive walk dealt by Kimball. Three-one pitch. Grounded foul off the plate. To bring the count full. .56 pitches so far from Kimball. Another pick off to first. Davis crawls his way back to the bag.
Cade, 28 strikes, 28 balls, which is a positive for a Gateman team that's struggled so far today.
And you have to wonder whether that's command issues for Kimball or more so just dealing with the heat and the sweaty palm conditions that I know he's experiencing. Payoff, we'll have to wait yet again. Back over is Davis in time.
It's also worth mentioning, because of the heat, The gatemen are wearing their red jerseys, which usually would just be worn exclusively on Red Shirt Fridays to honor the troops, but today rocking them because they're a little looser on the body.
Much lighter weight as well. 3-2. Davis goes. It's fouled away. We'll see it once more. Davis on at first for Anderson at the plate. One away, bottom third. The Gatemen trail by 3 runs. Once again, payoff pitch. Anderson grounds it foul back over towards the Anglers side of things on the third base dugout. These two battled it out in the first. An 11 pitch at bat back then, where Anderson will be sat down looking on a change up on the outer edge. Now the 9th pitch this go round. 3-2. Grounded foul. We go to double digits yet again. These two are battling. Kimball versus Anderson. Who comes away the victor? Davis on at first. He reached on a walk for the second time tonight moments ago. Kimball comes set. Once again, another pickoff. Back in time is Davis. Kimball readies at the belt. 3-2 to Anderson. The 11th pitch of the at-bat. Hit high in the air, foul territory. Ranging over from first is Grice. He's on the fencing, and he makes the catch. Just a foot away from the foul territory fence. Grice was there. 2 outs, bottom third.
Now batting, the designated hitter from Arizona State, Ryan Campos.
2 away, Davis remains on at first for Ryan Campos, the Arizona State catcher. 0 for 1 tonight. Ground out back in the first, to second base. The Anglers lead 3-0, bottom third. All 3 runs have come across unearned against Jacob Cravey, as the Gatemen have committed 2 errors tonight. Both teams have tallied just 1 hit. Righty on lefty. First pitch from Kimball. Up and out. Fastball misses, 1-0. Kimball comes home. Breaking ball, called, strike 1. Over the heart of the plate, lower half. To Campos. The Gatemen still looking for their first win in 10 days. That goes back to June the 10th. The last win against Falmouth. It'll be tonight. It'll be a come-from-behind victory. They trail by 3 runs. The 1-1. Fouled off the catcher's gear of Rubenstein for strike 2. Meanwhile, for Chatham, well, they're off on the right foot as they look to increase their win streak from 3 games to 4. Would be the longest of the summer for Chatham. 3 is already the longest. First time they've won 3 in a row. Davis steps off first. He's the lone runner with 2 outs, bottom third. The 1-2 pitch from the righty Kimball. Slider in the dirt. Count even. Two balls, 2 strikes to the 3-hole hitter Campos. Kimball fires. hit high in the air, left side. Backing up is the shortstop Marcus Brown. On the trimmings of the outfield grass, he makes the catch for out number 3. The Gatemen strand 1, and through 3 innings, they trail by 3 runs to Chatham. We'll be back for more Wareham baseball on the Gatemen Broadcast Network.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Need physical therapy? Select Physical Therapy works directly with you and your physician to create a plan of care that meets your goals and needs, with 6 locations on Cape Cod and more across the country. Select Physical Therapy is the official provider of athletic training for the Wareham Gatemen.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you. After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
Back for the top of the 4th, Chatham leads Wareham 3-0. So far, the Anglers have tallied just 1 hit, but brought across 3 runs, all unearned against Jacob Cravey, the right-hander, as the Gatemen have committed 2 errors. First pitch to Chuck Ingram off the plate, breaking ball, an early 1-0 count. And for Ingram, well, he's the one who put the Anglers on the board first, an RBI double in the 2nd inning. 1-0. Off the plate and up, ball 2. Ingram out of Wichita State, the Shockers, a really up-and-coming baseball program. 2-0 inside, ball 3. Ingram, a 6'1", 212-pounder. 3-0 pitch, fastball outer half, called strike 1. The 3-1 pitch, called strike 2, same spot, outer edge. Ingram thought it was off the plate. Instead, the count is full. Payoff pitch. Ingram tosses the bat. It's ball 4 outside. Third walk issued from Cravey, and the leadoff batter's aboard for Chatham for the first time tonight.
Cade, that's a single game high as well. Previously, in his first 4 starts, the high was just 1 walk, and then in his last one, he walked 2 batters. Today with 3.
Still allowed just 1 hit, though. You have to appreciate the job Jacob Cravey's done with this Chatham order. That's offense has been red hot as of late. First pitch, called strike 1, fastball inside to Cooper Engel, a designated hitter out of Clemson. The last 3 games, when I say red hot, that's exactly what this Anglers team has been. Their last 3 contests, keep in mind, through just 25 innings, because they had 1 cut short in 7 at YD due to no lights. 18 runs, 25 hits. 0-1 off the plate and up to even the count. 18 runs and 25 hits in the last 25 innings for Chatham. And they could have done more damage. They left 24 runners on base in that same span. 1 aboard, no outs. The 1-1. Fouled away in the air, third base side. That'll find the seats. Strike 2. Engel, his 32nd game of the summer, 34th for the league. Pickoff over to first. The throw nearly gets away from Anderson. He lost it in the sun, which is right in his eyes in the first base bag. He instead made the catch and safely back his Ingram. The 1-2 punch to Engel. Upstairs and out to even the count. Chatham leads by 3 in the top of the 4th. Two-two pitch. Hit high in the air, right center field. Chasing it down is Davis. In the gap, he races but won't get there in time. At one hops to the wall. Sprinting over to second base goes Engel. Getting to third goes Ingram. It's a stand-up double for Cooper Engel, the Clemson Tiger, his 5th of the season. And Chatham looks to strike for more. They already lead by 3 runs, but now have 2 runners in scoring position. Still no outs in the top of the 4th.
Jacob Cravey is insistent that no one comes out of the dugout. He wants to go through this 4th, but after giving up a double to deep right, he's walked 3 batters, and he'll elicit a conversation from the pitching coach, Eddie Marco.
Marco makes his way out onto the bump, and in a contest that the Anglers lead 3-0, we take a look at the Cape Cod League standings coming into tonight and, well, how the playoff picture is painting up for each of these 2 teams. First for Chatham. They've won 3 in a row to draw within 3 points of the last playoff spot in the East Division. Meanwhile, Wareham, well, they haven't won in 10 days and are now 3 points out of the playoff picture. Call of the bullpen is made. Jacob Cravey's day is done after 3 innings pitched and 2 batters faced in the 4th. We'll take a break and be back for more Wareham baseball on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Gateman Baseball is officially sponsored by Robertson's GMC, the truck professionals. Located just 2 miles away on Cranberry Highway, Robertson's GMC, we are professional grade, power like a pro.
Whether it's life insurance to safeguard your loved ones, an umbrella policy to protect your teen driver, or making sure your home is covered from storm damage, Rogers Gray is there to guide you. Insurance is more than just a box to check. Trust Rogers Gray, a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League.
The Gateman would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gateman players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Need physical therapy? Select Physical Therapy works directly with you and your physician to create a plan of care that meets your goals and needs, with 6 locations on Cape Cod and more across the country. Select Physical Therapy is the official provider of athletic training for the Wareham Gatemen.
Back in Wareham, top of the 4th, Anglers lead 3-0 over the Gatemen with runners at first and second and no outs. A call of the bullpen has been made for Grayson Moore. The Vanderbilt right-hander stands at 6'3", 200 pounds, his 5th appearance of the summer. Through 10 1/3 innings pitched, he's allowed 7 hits, but no runs at all to score. 3 walks, 12 strikeouts, of course, an ERA sitting at 0. The call of the pen was made for Moore after Jacob Cravey, tonight's starter, walked Ingram to lead off the inning and then allowed Cooper Engel to double into the right center field gap to put both runners in scoring position. Cam, what is the situation for Grayson Moore inheriting that he can possibly work around?
Well, he's an all-star for a reason. He's really good at picking out his locations. I know at times I'm bit of a copycat in the way I say, all these guys are really good at picking out their locations. But what I love about Grayson Moore is he knows when to attack the middle of the zone and the outside corners. A lot of pitchers want to either attack down the zone or a bit high, or they'll work inside and out. What Grayson Moore does well is being cognizant of what the batter wants and going against it. So with Grayson Moore in this situation, he's been stout all season. Trust your stuff. Pretend like there's no one behind you.
Moore inherits runners at second and third to work against Anthony Nunez, third baseman out of Tampa, 0 for 1 tonight. Left-handed batters against Moore are hitting .235 this season, 4 for 17. First pitch, he shows bunt, quickly pulls back as Moore sends the fastball up and in on him. Count 1-0. Good news, they hope for Gateman fans, Grayson Moore this season is 4 for 4, retiring the first batter he's faced. 1-0. Showed bunt again, but popped it back foul into the fencing. Count even at 1 apiece. Ingram at third, Engel at second. Little tongue twister for you there. Ingram and Engel on the base paths. No outs, top 4. One offered. A laser into right. Backing up is Diodati. He makes the catch. Now a relay the throw in, but Ingram tags up from third. It's a sacrifice fly. RBI for Anthony Nunez, and Chatham takes a 4-0 lead in the top of the 4th.
You're fine with that if you're Grayson Moore. You get a pitch right where you want it, and Nunez just attacks. You give up that one run that, hey, in the game of baseball, when a run is 90 feet away with no outs, at times it's inevitable that it's going to score. So you get that run off the base paths, and now you can work in a favorable position here.
Engel did not move off of second. Here's Jake Rubenstein, the catcher from Georgia Tech, 0 for 1. First pitch, hits him on the elbow. Rubenstein to take first with 1 away. First hit batter from either team tonight. We go to the top of the order. Third time tonight for Guy Garibay Jr. 0 for 2 this evening, but a player who has driven in 6 runs his last 3 games. A prime opportunity to do more damage here. Runners at first and second with just 1 out. Anglers leading by 4. More deals. Fastball up and in. Ball 1. Fastball called strike 1. Outer half. Garibay out of Rice. And the 1-1 pitch. Off-speed breaking ball stays up at the letters. Ball 2 from Grayson Moore. Engel stands at second base. Rubenstein at first. Garibay at the plate. 1 out, top 4. The 2-1 offer. Fouled away, third base side. Before we went into the break for the pitching change, we started to talk a little bit about how this playoff picture is shaping up for 2 teams that are both on the outside looking in. But for Chatham, well, they've been on the outside looking in for the majority of the season and have just come on strong here late to bring themselves back in the conversation. They are just 3 points out of that final playoff spot, battling out with Harwich in the East Division. 2-2 offering. Upstairs, ball 3. But winners of each of their last 3 are the Anglers. They've battled back well. In the West, though, the Gatemen had the playoff spot, but after not winning a game in 10 days, they're now down in 5th, with Falmouth ahead by 3 points as well. 3-2 pitch. Grounded foul. Back over towards the Gateman dugout. Gateman the fewest wins on the Cape in the last 10 games. Just 2, 5, and 3 on the diamond. Going to have to turn their season around quickly if they want to play past August the 2nd. But the Anglers, meanwhile, are going to have to stay hot and hope some things happen to Harwich in front of them. Payoff off the plate, and that's ball 4. First walk issued tonight from Grayson Moore to the third batter he faces.
Now batting the center fielder from Georgia Tech.
And that will load the bases for Jake DeLeo, center fielder out of Georgia Tech. 0 for 1 tonight with a walk, his last time out in the third. Meanwhile, Burks will jog out for a conversation.
Now, Cade, to add more to that conversation, Falmouth and Harwich, ironically, are playing each other. So 2 fifth-place teams on tap here at Spillane Field, 2 fourth-place teams on tap over at White House Field in Harwich, Massachusetts. Currently, the Commodores are up 1-0. Early in that one, but 2 of maybe the most integral games in terms of trying to cling on to a playoff spot or trying to vie for one is today.
Commodore victory, if that score holds, and a Gateman loss if our score here at Spillane holds, that then creates a 5-point separation. 1 out toss to DeLeo, called strike 1 on the fastball. You want to talk about an uphill climb. That's exactly what that would create, and the Gatemen would have to do their best over the final 9 games of the summer. Going to have to piece together a win streak quickly. Bases loaded, 1 out, top 4. Looking for a ground ball. The 0-1 popped out of play behind home plate. Moore comes set. A key second out. The 0-2 up high. Ball 1. Righty on righty in the top of the 4th. No vacancy on the base paths. 1 out, the 1-2. Liner out of play. Hard hit ball that was turned on quickly from DeLeo. Pitch left up and in, but it's fouled off to the third base side. The Anglers 9-17-7 on the year. The Gatemen 11-16-6. Time call by the hitter. One, 2. Cut on and missed. DeLeo is sat down swinging. The first strikeout of the night for Grayson Moore. His 13th of the summer. And a key second out to take away the sacrifice opportunity. To bring up Rock Riggio, second baseman from Oklahoma State, needs to put it in play. If the Anglers want to tack on any more runs than they already have, now up to a 4-0 lead for Chatham. First pitch, low. Fastball misses, count 1-0. Engel stands at third. Rubenstein at second. Garibay on at first. Those 3 batters only reached on 1 hit. 4 runs on 2 hits tonight for the Anglers. 1-0, grounded over to Hausinger at second. A weird hop, bounces off his chest. His throw to first is just in time to end the inning. Riggio grounds out. The base is loaded to cap it, but a sac fly from Anthony Nunez brings across the Anglers' 4th run, and it's 4-0 Chatham. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini-golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
Hey Gateman fans, don't miss out as the Wareham Gatemen head to Worcester, Mass. to take on the Bourne Braves at Polar Park, the home of the Worcester Red Sox. This special game at Polar Park takes place Monday, July 25th with a 6:45 first pitch. Tickets start at just $10, so head to gateman.org to get yours today.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's back! The 2022 Cape Cod Baseball League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat and hosted by the Wareham Gatemen, is back after a 2-year hiatus. The game will be played at Spillane Field, home of the Gatemen, on Saturday, July 23rd, 2022, at 7 Viking Drive, Wareham, Massachusetts. Gates open at 2 p.m., autograph sessions from 2:40 to 4:50 p.m., the home run hitting contest at 5 p.m., and game time is set for 6:05 p.m. For your safety, no coolers, backpacks, or other large bags of any kind will be allowed into the game. There will be several different concessions available for food, drinks, and other delights. Tickets are $5 per person and are on sale today at the concession stand or online at www.gateman.org. We look forward to seeing you all there.
Back for the bottom of the fourth at Spillane. Chatham leads 4-0. Here's Owen Diodati. First pitch from Roman Kimball. High drive, shallow center field that falls for a base hit at the feet of Garibay. A leadoff single for Owen Diodati. Just the second hit of the night for Wareham. Cam, you look at the hits category, they're dead even at 2. The runs, though, dramatically different, and 2 errors by the Gatemen are to blame.
Now you wonder if the Gatemen can capitalize off of Chatham angler mistakes. In a situation like this, don't get down on yourself if you're Wareham. You were previously down 4-0 to the Chatham Anglers last week and came back to tie that one 5-5.
1 aboard for Blake Wright, the Clemson shortstop. First pitch. Cut on and missed the fastball. Elevated, 0-1. For Blake Wright, he's responsible for the only other hit from the Gatemen tonight, a single that didn't leave the infield in the second inning. Kimball has been strong tonight. The balls that have been put in play, that one just falling at the feet of Garibay, and the other a single that brought the shortstop Brown so far into the outfield that, well, the throw was nowhere even going to be close to being in time. So really good stuff from Roman Kimball this evening. The command, at times it's been off, 3 walks, but you look at more so the conditions he's been pitching in, 96 degrees according to the heat index with some humidity. Now, fingers are going to get just a little bit slippery there. The 1-1. Grounder over to third. Nunez picks it in time for 1. Over to first. Book it for 2. A 5-4-3 double play clears the base paths and put 2 outs in the books in the bottom of the fourth.
I'd rather leave a runner in scoring position or just leave a runner on base to end the inning than hit into a double play. Unfortunately for Wareham, they're just struggling in terms of contact. They're getting contact on the ball, but it's been pretty poor, and Chatham's defense has been so good over the past couple of days, and it's showing today.
2 out toss to Fabian. Grounder, third base side foul. Count 0-1. Florida Gator struck out swinging back in the second. One of 4 strikeouts to Kimball's credit. Some activity from a righty starting to warm up for Chatham in the pen. The 0-1. Fabian checked his swing. Fastball in the lower half. First base umpire Mike Hinojosa says that Fabian went. Didn't catch it in time. Count 0-2. Leadoff single from Owen Diodati. He was taken off the base paths on a 5-4-3 double play from Blake Wright. Now with 2 outs. The 0-2 punch with some hesitation from Kimball. Fastball up. Ball 1. Righty on righty. The 1-2 to Fabian. Fouled off the catcher's gear of Rubenstein to stay alive. Kimball deals the 1-2. Swung on and missed to end the inning. 5 strikeouts for Roman Kimball tonight. Boy, has he been strong for Chatham. We're through 4 in Wareham, and the Anglers lead it by 4 on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
Gibson Sotheby's International Realty is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. List your home with Eastern Massachusetts' premier real estate firm. Don't just get it on the market, get it the attention it deserves. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
Top of the 5th. Anglers lead it 4-0, but each team just has a pair of hits. The A's have capitalized on defensive miscues from the Gatemen. A pair of errors committed from a Wareham team that had not committed any in each of their last 3 games, but Cam, as the old adage goes, bad defense can cost you games.
And it's costing the Gatemen today, and really a performance by Jacob Cravey that you'll want to forget. And if you take those errors off the board, maybe that's not the case. It's a tough day in terms of conditions, which is interesting because usually inclement weather will lead to tough conditions. But at times when it's really humid, really hot, things like this will happen. And the Gatemen have been really unlucky, not on the bat side of things, but on the defensive side.
Marcus Brown leads off things for Chatham, the cleanup hitter from Oklahoma State. First pitch, fastball inside, count 1-0. And really, Cam, I don't look at Cravey's outing as one that I would, classify as a bad outing. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 4 runs, but just 1 earned. 3 walks and a pair of strikeouts. Grounder over to first. Anderson will keep it himself. 1 away.
And
so you go 4 innings, 2 hits, and an earned run. Yeah, the command was a little bit off of those 3 walks. That's a new single-game season high for Cravey. But overall, I think the right-hander from Sanford continue his strong surge here towards the later half of the season.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I completely agree with you. I think it's one of those starts that you want to put in the rearview mirror knowing what the result is right now. But you got to look at yourself and say, okay, only 1 earned run, 3 innings of work.
Offense has to come through at some point. First pitch to Cade Grice is up and over the backstop. Once again, these high temperature conditions are causing some slippage from pitchers on the mound. Grice over 2 tonight, a pop-up and a strikeout. 1-0. Line drive out of play from Grice, even his count. You look back over the last 7 games, the Gatemen have not won any of them, and the pitching staff has had their struggles. A .318 batting average against. Not to mention giving up 43 runs. Now, a lot of that is carried by a 15-1 Hyannis victory. Grice in the air to left, but it'll sail foul. So you take those 15 runs away the Hyannis scored, and of course that's a much different statistic, but 43 runs allowed compared to just 18 put up by the Gateman offense. So while the pitching staff has had their struggles, the offense has not been competitive in the last 7 games.
Which is not going to work. Earlier in the season, we talked about the Gatemen just not being consistent in all 3 facets of the game, whether it be pitching, hitting, or on the defensive side, and that's just continued into this last 7-game stretch.
Grice looks on for a 1-2 count. Base is empty, 1 away, top 5, Anglers leading by 4. Grice shakes off a few signs from Burks, now settles in. Right-hander turns and deals. cut on and miss. Change up, went past Grice. That's the second strikeout of the evening for Grayson Moore, and the second time that Grice has struck out on the changeup.
Although the pitching staff has struggled in the last week and a half, they're doing their duty against a lot of batters that had been struggling early on this season. So Cade and Grice prone to striking out, and you strike him out 2 times. That's a good sign.
Base is empty. 2-out pitch for Chuck Ingram. Dribbled back foul to the home plate fencing. Count 0-1. Ingram put Chatham on the board first back in the second inning. An RBI double. The 0-1 pitch is taken for strike 2, lower half. He would walk last time up in the 4th, so trying to find his way on the base paths for the 3rd time in his many trips to the box. Moore, though, looking for the first 1-2-3 inning since the first. 0-2, called strike 3 on the outer edge. 3 strikeouts tonight for Grayson Moore, including back-to-back to end the top of the 5th. Anglers lead it by 4. We'll be back for more on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
Back at Spillane Field, Wareham, Massachusetts. Before we begin the bottom of the 5th inning, a big event is coming up here at Spillane Field this weekend. Our Claire Foley's down on the field with more. Claire?
Derby, and of course, the main event. Now, 5 members of this Chatham team have been selected to represent the East Division, and 6 members of the Gateman team have been chosen to represent the West. Now, you can get your tickets for just $6 at gateman.org, but if you miss it, you can catch it the next night on Nesson. Guys?
Well, thanks, Claire. And you're right, it's going to be an exciting weekend here at Spillane Field. Home run derbies, all-star festivities. It's a fun time. I know just last couple of nights, Major League Baseball's got to experience a lot of those same events, and well, the Cape will have their own turn of the All-Star weekend coming up on Saturday.
It's also really exciting because we haven't had an All-Star game on the Cape in over 2 years. Didn't have it in 2020, same with the season, didn't have it last year, so for it to return in grand fashion here at Spillane Field, it'll be a great, great night.
The Gatemen will bring up Hausinger, Burks, and Chick. Righty on lefty. First pitch to the 7-hole hitter, Jack Hausinger. Off the plate is Kimball. Ball 1. The Anglers held scoreless in the top half of this 5th inning for the first time since the first. They scored 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. 1-0, up and out. That's ball 2. Kimball, the right-hander, in his second start of the summer, deals the 2-0 pitch to Hausinger. Fastball, clips the top half, called strike 1. Hausinger 0 for 1, popped back to the pitcher. Kimball back in the second inning. Three balls, 1 strike to Hausinger. Kimball deals. Off the plate is ball 4. The 4th walk issued tonight from Roman Kimball, and the leadoff batter is aboard for the Gatemen. And get this, the 4th time tonight the Gatemen have put the leadoff batter on in 5 innings, yet they trail by 4 runs.
It's incredible. This Gateman team is now known for leaving players on base. In the last 7 games in which they haven't won any of them, they've averaged at least 9 left on base per game. This has become a common denominator and one you're not going to smile about.
And for Kimball, of his 4 walks tonight, 3 have led off a frame. First pitch to Burks, though, cut on and miss, 0-1. Burks struck out, swinging back in the second. 1 of 5 strikeouts to Kimball's credit. Hausinger on at first, no outs, bottom 5. Down by 4 runs, the 0-1. Swing and a miss from Burks, change up, out and away. Count 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch to Burks. In the dirt. Good block from Rubenstein to keep Hausinger at bay at first. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2. Fouled off the plate from Burks. Kimball is ready to turn 2, and it would have been an easy double play. Instead, Burks stays alive on a 1-2 count. Burks, a sophomore out of Kentucky. Kimball comes set. 1 aboard, no outs. The 1-2. Grounded, third base side. Nunez flips a second for 1. Riggio over to first in time for 2. Well, they wanted the double play on the pitch prior, but it was ruled a foul ball. They get it there. 5-4-3. Second double play in as many frames, flipped by the Anglers.
And now you're suffering the same fortune as back in the 4th, in which you get the leadoff base runner on, and then a 5-4-3 double play wipes it off the board. This can't be the formula for Wareham.
That'll bring up Cam Chick, the left fielder who's 0 for 1 this evening, struck out swinging in his Gateman debut back in the 3rd. Fastball off the plate, count 1-0. Bottom 5, bases clear with 2 outs. The 1-0, cut on and missed, even the count. Chick, soon to be Missouri Tiger, after transferring away from Nebraska, but he's going back home. He's a Columbia, Missouri native. The 1-1, hesitation on the changeup pitch. Chick held back, took it for a called strike 2. Kimball going for his 6th strikeout on the night. The 1-2 punch. Outside and away. Left out there to see if Chick would chase, much like he did in the 3rd. He does not. The count is evened. Two, swing and a miss, strike 3. There's that 6th strikeout that Kimball was looking for. Through 5, the Anglers lead it by 4. We'll be back for more on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod to the major leagues. Only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, veterans, and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing, from the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and 50 more.
Top of the 6th inning we go. The Anglers lead it by 4. That's been our score ever since the top of the 4th. Now in the 6th, it'll be 7, 8, 9 due up in the order, and you look for Grayson Moore to continue in the groove that he's been in. He's retired each of the last 5 he's faced, including striking out back-to-back batters to end the 5th. Leading off will be Cooper Engel, the designated hitter out of Clemson. 1 for 2, a double in the 4th. One for 2 evening for the Clemson Tiger. Righty on lefty. The first pitch. Burke sets up on the outside edge, and Moore hits the spot. Called strike 1. On the curve. Quick work from the Vanderbilt right-hander. Shakes off the first pitch, now settles in. 0-1 toss. Off-speed breaking ball, same spot, same pitch. Nothing in 2 to Engel. If he's going to look at it, why not throw it again? Oh, 2 on the way. Grounded foul, first base side. Base is empty, no outs as we just get the top of the 6th underway. The 0-2 offering. Engel slices it foul, third base side. Moore a long pause. Now turns and deals the 0-2. Off-speed breaking ball just off the plate. That pitch was a strike to begin the at-bat. That time it must have missed by centimeters from its original location. Four 0 Chatham. The 1-2. Lifted out foul yet again. The 1-2. Up into opposite field, down for a base hit. Cooper Engel into left for a leadoff single, the 3rd hit of the night for the Anglers.
How about Cooper Engel? That's multi-hit game, number 6 on the season. And after an 0-for-4 performance in the win against Brewster yesterday for the Chatham Anglers, Cooper Engel has come out red hot today with a double and a single in his last 2 ABs.
Nunez at the dish. Sac fly last time up in the 4th. He's got Engel on at first. Showing bunt. First pitch over to Fabian at 3rd. On a couple hops, he throws over in time. 1 away, and Engel makes his way to 2nd. Second sacrifice of the night from Nunez.
Now batting, the catcher from Georgia Tech, Jack Rubenstein.
Engel in scoring position the 2nd time tonight. Here's Jack Rubenstein, catcher out of Georgia Tech. Popped up into foul territory in the 3rd. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Now he steps in with a man at 2nd and 1 out in the top of the 6th. First pitch in the dirt. Count 1-0. One-oh pitch. Laser back of the middle. Rounding 3rd, coming home is Engel. Davis the throw up the line, gets past the catcher Burks. Back to 3rd base went Engel, because if the throw had been on line, it would have been an easy tag out. Instead, runners are at 2nd and 3rd base. A one-out single with an advancement from Rubenstein. And a good choice from Engel, who initially got the windmill around third, then was held up roughly 4 steps off the bag once they saw a cannon of a throw from Davis in center. Now 2 are in scoring position for the top of the order in Guy Garibay Jr. 0 for 2 with a walk, his last time at the plate. One out pitch for Moore, the infield in. Fastball up and out. Count 1-0.
The 38 pitches for Grayson Moore out of the pen. He'll be an all-star in the coming week, and I just think he's working a bit too high on his stuff. He's tack low.
1-0 upstairs. Ball 2. Burks had to pop out of the stance to go after it, and now there's some movement starting to stir around in the Gateman pen of right field. Engel at third, Rubenstein at second. Run away, the 2-0 pitch, hit high in the air, right center field. Towards the gap, Diodati and Davis both go after it. It's a center fielder to make the catch. Engel will tag up from third base. The throw down to third won't get Rubenstein. He'll tag as well. Run scores, and it's a sac fly RBI for Guy Garibay. The Anglers take a 5-0 lead in the top of the 6th. Garibay's 7th RBI in his last 4 games.
Wow, and the Anglers, a team that earlier on in this season, not known for their positive production, they're just all doing their jobs, and they have been over the last 3 games. Tom Holliday, the manager for this Anglers team, has been reiterating it time and time again. Once we find a stride, we can ride it all the way through to the end of the season, and it just looks like Chatham is on that wave.
Here's Jake DeLeo, the center fielder from Georgia Tech, 0 for 2 with a walk. He's got a man in third. And Rubenstein, his Yellow Jacket teammate back in Atlanta. First pitch a called strike. Wind slowly rolling from home plate up and over the fence of right center field. Ground ball to right at short. Should be in the inning, but the throw to first gets past Anderson. Run comes home to score. That'll be the 3rd error on Blake Wright tonight. Jogging into second goes to Leo. It's 6-0 Anglers.
"21 errors, best on the Cade. That's 3 for Blake Wright, and this team is slowly folding, and it's by their own fruition.
The most errors by a single player this season for the Gatemen, 1 shy of the team high. DeLeo at second for Rock Riggio. First pitch, foul back to the fencing. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch for Moore. Breaking ball stays upstairs. Count even at 1 apiece. Riggio 0 for 2 with a walk. That was back in the 3rd inning. He's grounded out to second base in his other 2 at-bats. Lefty hitter. The 1-1 offering from Moore. Fastball taken for strike 2 in the inner half. DeLeo at second. Riggio at the plate. 2 outs. Top of the 6th. The Anglers lead by 6 runs. The 1-2. Fouled away, third base side. We'll see it again. 1-2 offering. Called. Strike 3 on the inner half to end the inning. Fourth strikeout of the night for Grayson Moore. 1 run comes across as the Gatemen commit their 3rd error of the evening. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Chatham leads by 6 on the Gatemen Broadcast Network.
Whether a night at the tap room for pub grub, dinner for the family, or a full-service catered event, Minkle Boys Catering. Food with passion. Book your event today.
The law firm of Lang, Exifaris, and Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exifaris, and Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Local craft beer, great food, games, outdoor beer garden, and live music. That's all at Stone Path Malt. Better malt, better beer. Conveniently located across from Wareham Crossing in the West Wareham Industrial Park. Check them out. Joanne Stevenson with Berkshire Hathaway and Robert Paul Properties brings over 21 years of real estate experience to the South Shore and Cape Cod area. The Robert Paul Properties team not only specializes in coastal luxury properties, but proudly serves our veterans in their home search or sell process. Joanne Stevenson is your local, homegrown agent who knows the area and knows the market. Call Joanne Stevenson with Robert Paul Properties for all your real estate needs. Located at 155 Front Street in Marion.
Back for the bottom of the 6th inning. With a 6-run lead, the Anglers have made a call to the pen, which means Roman Kimball's day is done after 5 innings. We'll give you his final line in moments. First, though, the pitcher on the mound. New man is Cade, a right-hander at 6'3", 205-pound sophomore. Spent this past spring at University of Texas at Arlington, but he'll be headed to Houston in the fall to join the Cougars program. And he inherits a 6-run lead against a Gateman offense that has been plagued with troubles tonight. So far, just 3 hits on the evening for the Gatemen. No runs, and they've yet to have a runner in scoring position. I take that back. They had the leadoff runner in scoring position back in the 2nd inning, but he could not score. That was Owen Diodati. Well, your final line on Roman Kimball. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, no errors, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Soon to be South Carolina transfer. The folks in Gamecock country have to like what they saw tonight.
He looks really good, his command, and after walking 4 batters and pretty much all of them leadoff batters at that, great job by Kimball.
Top of the order, 3rd time tonight for Chase Davis. First pitch off the plate, count 1-0. Especially from Kimball, he works through the order twice across 5 frames, including 3 times he retired the Gatemen in order. 1-0 in the dirt from Satelli. That's ball 2. Broken bat. At least it sounded like it off the mask of Rubenstein, but appears the lumber's intact. 2 balls, 1 strike to Davis.
I think that one might have nicked the bare hand of Jack behind the plate.
He appears to be good to go. Umpire gave him a courtesy walk out of the mound. Well, the Anglers lead 6-0. They brought 3 runs across in the top of the 6th. Make that 2 runs, excuse me. Where the Gatemen committed their 3rd error of the night, including tack that on for 1, and then a Guy Garibay Jr. sac fly to bring in the other. 2-1 off the plate. It's ball 3. 3 errors committed by the Gatemen tonight after not committing a single one in their last 3 games. 3-1 pitch to Davis. Call strike 2, inner half. Satelli looks to retire the first batter he faces. Payoff pitch. Hit high in the air, shallow left center. Ranging up is Ingram, the left fielder. He's under it for the first out, and that's the first time Davis has been retired. Previously reached on a pair of walks.
I like that pitch for Chase Davis. Just got a bit under it, bit late on it as well. You got to take your hacks. If you're the Wareham Gatemen, only 3 hits and you're down 6. Anything goes at this point.
Righty on righty to bring up Max Anderson. 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch with the bases empty and 1 out from Satelli. Fastball up. And that's ball 1. One 0 pitch. Lower half called, strike 1. The last time these two teams met, it was 5-5 at this point in the game, and the game was called due to a lighting issue at Spillane Field. But all the lights are back working. Look around the ballpark, bulbs lit up everywhere. Two on offer, spiked in the dirt. That's ball 3. Looking ahead on the schedule, the Gatemen back on the road tomorrow, but a little bit different. They're back at Bourne, but it is a 7 p.m. first pitch tomorrow night. So keep that one in mind. The first 7 p.m. first pitch of the season for the Gatemen. 3-1 to Anderson, grounded over to Riggio at second. Takes a couple steps back, his throw to Grice in time for out number 2.
What a job by this Chatham Anglers pitching staff. Max Anderson, after going 0 for 8 in his previous 2 prior to yesterday, has 4 hits in his first 4 ABs, and you think, okay, this might be the start of another streak for Max, and strikes out in the first, pops out in the third, grounds out in the 6th. Poor contact all the way around. It's all credit to the Chatham Anglers.
Campos at the dish. 2 away, nobody on. Satelli sends a fastball across the heart of the plate for strike 1. Campos 0 for 2, a ground out and a pop out. 0-1 outside, count even. One on the way. Lined out foul. Third base side from Campos, opposite way for strike 2.
You keep that foul ball courtesy of attorney Glenn Hannington and his daughter Tevis.
Cade Satelli, his first inning out of the pen for Chatham, has retired the first 2 batters he's faced and picked right up where Roman Kimball left off. One-two pitch in the dirt, count even. Two offered. Foul back from Campos once again. Owen Diodati in the on-deck circle, but it'll be up to Campos to keep this 6th inning alive. 6 runs combined between the two teams. All those scored, though, by Chatham. Fouled off by Campos yet again. On 7 combined hits, Chatham with 4, the Gatemen with 3. but 3 big errors committed by Wareham to none by Chatham was the difference here tonight. Once again, the 2-2. Line drive over to Riggio on one hop. He'll turn around from second to throw in time to end the inning. The Gatemen go down in order. We're through 6, and the Anglers lead it by 6 on the Gatemen Broadcast Network.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, including new majors in environmental science, sport and recreation management, graphic design, marketing, and computer science. Online at curry.edu.
Catchers aren't the only ones protecting home. With Rogers Gray, you have more coastal homeowners insurance options and a true expertise in their people. Protect your home with Rogers Gray. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is
back for the top of the 7th. The Anglers lead by 6. With 3 innings remaining, it'll be Marcus Brown, Caden Grice, and Chuck Ingram due up. First, though, is Brown, the shortstop from Oklahoma State. 0 for 3 tonight. He's reached on a pair of errors. He'll take a first pitch strike, though, from Grayson Moore, who is soon to begin his 3rd full inning of action. Make that 4th, he recorded all the outs in the 4th. 4th, 5th, and 6th, now onto the 7th. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled off the foot, it looked like, of Brown for strike 2. Four, 5, 6 in the Anglers' order have not been what they expected tonight. Just 1 for 8 with a walk. The lone hit was a double from Ingram in the 2nd. Fly ball, no man's land, left center field. It lands. Throw down to second base, trying to stretch it for double, and he's out. Marcus Brown was getting greedy, and the first out is in the books in the top of the 7th.
I mean, it hung up there for a while, but Marcus Brown probably thought he had the afterburners on when he didn't, and great job from Cameron Chick, new player on this team, to throw it down to second and realize, okay, still have a chance to get out a player that just picked up a base knock.
Here's Caden Grice, the first baseman out of Clemson. 0 for 3 tonight with a pair of strikeouts. 1 out toss from Moore. Change up off the plate. Count 1-0. And for Grice, a player who has struggled in the strikeout category on the Cape, his 32nd game of the summer. He's now tallied 100 at-bats coming into this one and has struck out 45 times. A .235 average into this evening's ball game. One pitch. Change up. Just barely fouled away from Grice for strike 2.
Cade, that's what happens when you're a power hitter. You're searching for extra base hits. That's exactly what Caden Grice does. He has that pitcher's mentality. You mentioned earlier this game, a two-way player. And a lot of the times that's either a positive, or if you're a power hitter and a pitcher, it's a negative.
Base is empty, 1 out. The 1-2. Grice stays alive on a foul tip. Grice, one of 3 Clemson players on the field tonight. He joins his Chatham teammate Cooper Ingle, and then for the Gatemen it's Blake Wright. Well, those 3 will go back in the fall under a new head coach, Eric Backage, taking the job after a few years at Michigan. And Backage, though, no stranger to Tiger Town and Doug Kingsmore Stadium, coached there in the late 90s as a volunteer assistant way back in the day. And Jack Leggett, longtime head coach of the program. And just think, and one coaching staff was Jack Leggett, who cemented his legacy at Clemson. You had Tim Corbin as his lead assistant, who's now the head man at Vanderbilt, which, of course, is Grayson Moore's home school. The 1-2 to Grice. Change up will sit him down looking. Called strike 3. 5th strikeout of the night for Grayson Moore. And then you had Eric Backage on that staff as well, who's been a head coach not only at Michigan, but, of course, now at Clemson. 3rd time that Grice has struck out this evening. 2 away for Chuck Ingram. Wichita State Shocker. 2 out, swing and miss, strike 1.
Also for Grayson Moore, that's a season high in strikeouts. His previous high was 4 against Chatham and Falmouth. He has 5 today.
0-1 pitch. Ingram swing and miss once again. Chasing breaking balls in the dirt and off the plate is the 6-hole hitter. Righty on righty in the 0-2 punch. 3 pitches, 3 swings and misses from Ingram. 6 strikeouts tonight for Grayson Moore. We go to the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back by a special guest when we return on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Mosquito bites and ticks. No, yikes! When the bugs get scary, just call Mosquito Mary's 866 Ask Mary or visit us at mosquitomarys.com.
The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gateman and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest in foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gatemen.
Back for the bottom of the 7th inning. The Gatemen down by 6 to Chatham, as it'll be 4-5-6 due up in the Wareham order. That's Diodati first up, Blake Wright in the on-deck circle, then Derek Fabian. Cade Satelli back on the bump. First pitch, a line drive into right field that falls for a base hit. Owen Diodati, a multi-hit ball game. He's reached for the 3rd time tonight. His second base hit, a single falls at the feet of Garibay, and just how the Gatemen wanted to lead off the 7th. That'll bring up Blake Wright. Well, here in the booth, Kate Crenshaw joined alongside a special guest, one of our interns with the Gatemen. It's time for an intern spotlight on this Wednesday evening. Sam Santos, one of our beat writers for the team, who does a phenomenal job. You can go read some of her pieces over at gateman.org. First pitch to Wright. It's a fastball upstairs. Sam, how are you?
I'm good, kid. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's a little bit warm this evening. We have some fans going in the press box trying to stay cool. But nonetheless, I see you're in a T-shirt and shorts, which I'm sure is comfortable for the writer side of things. Those of you who don't have to be on camera get to dress down a little bit, enjoy the ball game.
Yep, definitely toasty.
How's the summer been for you?
Good, very good. Getting some good pieces written, getting to watch some good baseball.
Sam, a soon-to-be senior at Bridgewater State College. And the 1-1 to Blake Wright. Cut on and missed, a fastball upstairs. Now, Sam, is it your career goal after this, after college, going to pursue print journalism?
Yep, hopefully in sports. I would like to stay writing, and hopefully I would like to do something in baseball or football.
Baseball or football? So, big football fan, does that mean Patriots fan?
Absolutely, born and raised here.
There you go. The 1-2 to Blake Wright, with Diodati on at first, no outs. A high pop-up, shallow center field, backing up is the second baseman, Riggio. He's there, one away. So, Patriots fan, I have to ask, and I have to ask all Patriots fans this when I meet them, and of course I've met a lot here in Massachusetts. How did you feel when Brady left?
Definitely sad. I was a little bitter at first,
okay,
but I understand it as time goes on. You know, gets a little easier, but definitely hard to see him in Tampa.
Well, it's the Mac Jones era.
I know.
With Bill Belichick.
Very exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Fabian first pitch, fly ball to right field. Garibay Jr.'s there, 2 away. Well, Sam, let's get to know you a little bit more as a person rather than just the writer. Couple off days scattered throughout the season. How do you like to spend those off days?
I like to spend those off days, hopefully going, especially since it's the summer right now, going to the beach. I have a pool in my backyard, thankfully, so I get to cool off there, which is nice. Getting to explore a little bit. I'm from around here. I'm from Massachusetts, but haven't really been around the Cape very much. This year was actually my first time ever going to a Cape League game as an intern, which was really cool. So getting to explore the Cape a little more, too.
Now, you say you like the beach but also have a pool. Which is the first choice, though? Is it the swimming pool where there's no sharks, no sand, no anything like that, other people around, or is it I want to go to the beach?
Absolutely a pool person.
Okay.
Yep, my parents, they're big beach people, so they like to go as often as they can in the summer, but I'll stay at home and I'll stay at my pool. I don't get all sandy. I can play my music as loud as I want to in my backyard. Got a nice space. I like the pool a lot better.
2-0 offering to Hausinger. Cut on and miss for strike one. Fastball outer edge. And you mentioned music there. What is your go-to summer song right now? Your first time you get in the car, what's the first thing on that playlist?
I'm really liking Luke Combs right now.
Luke Combs,
I'm a big country girl. Beer Never Broke My Heart is probably my top song of the summer right now.
Hey, that's a classic right there. I'm not complaining about a little country music. The 2-1 offering. Hausinger looks at strike two, paint the outer half. So we've got a country music fan who prefers the pool over the beach, but just enjoys spending her off days outside in the summer sun.
Yep.
Does that sum up Sam Santos pretty well?
Yeah, but I do also, the heat gets a lot sometimes, especially right now is 94 degrees today. So definitely like to chill out inside with the air conditioning too.
Now, I know we talk about you being a beat writer. Obviously, print media is a big part of your life. Not just writing, you're also a big reader. Just the other night, you were reading a book at a ball game. Tell me about a couple good books you've read lately.
Yeah, so I just finished a book that was called, it was a really cool, actually, sports nonfiction that was called You Ought to Do a Story About Me, and I think it was by Ted Jackson, who was a journalist, and he met a really cool NFL player who, after his career, kind of fell off the wagon, so he was kind of following his story.
We're going to keep Sam on for the top of the eighth. When we return, the Anglers lead 6-0 on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Want your daily dose of news? Lucky for you, Wareham, Sipicon, and now Dartmouth Week has you covered. Whether you live in Wareham or in the surrounding areas, you can count on up-to-date news on sports, schools, and even the fine arts, courtesy of the partnership between Wareham, Sipicon, and Dartmouth Week. Head to theweektoday.com and search Wareham, Sipicon, or Dartmouth for more.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile believes that when small towns thrive, America thrives. That's why they're investing billions to bring fast, reliable, and affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to find out more.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP, have
Back for the top of the 8th inning. Chatham leads 6-0 over the Gatemen, and a new pitcher has been brought in to tonight's game for Wareham. It's the righty out of Ole Miss in his Gateman debut at 6'4", 205 pounds. I'd like to introduce you to Josh Mallets. You look back this past spring, Mallets 17 appearances for the national championship winning Rebels, 6 starts, a 4-1 record, a 7.33 ERA to go along with 35 strikeouts and 10 walks. He'll work against 7, 8, 9 in the order. That's Engel, Nunez, and Rubenstein. Once again, the Anglers lead 6-0 in the top of the 8th. Cade Crenshaw, Sam Santos remains in the booth with us. Now, you were speaking there a little bit at the end of the 7th inning where our time got cut short about a really good book you've been reading as of late. And it's a Sports Center book. Big shocker there, right?
Absolutely. It's what I love.
Personally, I go for sports-geared books, but just in general, I'm a biography person. A big biography, autobiography person.
So I've heard.
So what I always like to say is nobody tells your story better than yourself. So that's why I go for the autobiographies. Now, one thing, you can do a lot of things I can't do, especially with the way you write. It's incredible, but one of the biggest things of all, crossword puzzles. I stink at them. Never have been good at them before, but you do one almost every day, right?
Yeah, I do the New York Times mini crossword puzzle. Try to do it every day.
I don't know how you do it. Mallets on the bump. The right-hander turns and deals. First pitch. Fastball in for a called strike one. Enter half to Engel, who's 2 for 3 tonight. Single last time up in the 6th for the Clemson Tiger. 6 runs on 5 hits for the A's. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Gatemen. 0-1 pitch from Mallets. Check swing, won't matter. Called strike 2 in the lower half. Breaking ball, breaking ball. Mallets looking for his first strikeout of the season to the first batter he faces out of the Gateman pen. The 0-2. Liner back with the middle base hit. A leadoff single for Cooper Engel, his 3rd knock of the night. And the leadoff batter's aboard for Chatham to begin the top of the 8th to bring up Anthony Nunez. Now, Sam, one thing I've gotten to know about you as the summer's gone on, you love romance. Now, do you have a favorite rom-com?
Yes, I do. Have you ever seen Crazy Stupid Love?
I have not. Now, I'm not a huge rom-com fan. Now, that's not my selection of movie genres, if you will. So, Crazy Stupid Love, is that it?
Yeah, it's with Steve Carell,
Okay,
Ryan
I like
Gosling, Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone.
Oh, I've heard of that. I've heard
all
that
the
name.
greats. Cute little love story.
First pitch to Nunez, gets away from Burks, and sprinting into second goes Engel. He'll hold up there on the wild pitch from Mallets. Runner in scoring position, no outs. So we've covered your favorite type of movie. Do you have a favorite TV show? I'm expecting something with a little bit of drama in there.
It's actually The Office.
Really?
Yep.
That is not what I would have guessed for you. I like The Office too.
It's amazing. I've watched it, I think, maybe 13 times all the way through.
13 times. So here's a pop-up on the infield. The pitcher, Mallets, calls for it, and it'll drop. He misread it, and that'll fall for a base hit. Back-to-back singles to begin the top of the 8th inning. Mallets just lost it in the lights. 2 runners are aboard for Jake Rubenstein. Now, do you have a character in the office that you feel like you most associate with?
Well, I've heard from all of you guys, all the other interns on our broadcast team, that I remind everyone of, was it Erin or Kelly?
It's definitely Kelly.
Kelly.
It's definitely Kelly. The person who's friends with everyone, likes to talk, and is in on the drama, you know?
Always. You know me.
Two aboard. First pitch, the Georgia Tech catcher, taken for a called strike one, the inner half from Mallets. Anglers on top, 6-0. Top 8th. The A's looking to go, and they look to be well on their way to their 4th straight win. 0-1 pitch. Rubenstein lets it fall in the dirt. Breaking ball misses to even the count at 1-1. So we've talked about you being a big football fan. We've talked about you enjoying baseball. We've covered the Patriots side of things. And if it stays par for the course, does that mean a Boston Red Sox fan as well?
You know it, absolutely.
You've actually gotten to go to Fenway a couple times this summer, including once with the Gateman, back on that Fenway workout day. And the 1-1 pitch. Called strike two, inner half. Now on the personal side, any brothers or sisters growing up?
Yes, I have 2 older brothers. One of them lives in South Carolina, and one of them actually just moved home with his fiancée. So now they're back home and living with us for a while.
That's South Carolina. It's a great state to live in, I tell you what. Well, Rubenstein's at the dish. The 9-hole hitter with runners at first and second, no outs. The 1-2. Chopper foul, third base side, back on top of the roof of the dugout. Rubenstein will stay alive on 2 strikes. Rubenstein popped into foul territory in the 3rd, was hit by a pitch in the 4th, and singled last time up in the 6th. The 1-2 offering. Pitch inside, doesn't catch the zone, though. Count even at 2 apiece. If you're just joining us, it's time for another intern spotlight. Sam Santos, one of our beat writers for the Gateman, here joining us over in the broadcast booth. You can read Sam's preview articles of each game day or post-game articles. She's splitting one of the 2 duties with one of our other beat writers who you'll hear from later on as the summer goes, and Barrett. But great work over at gateman.org. Pitch fouled off towards the third base side on a chopper. We'll come back to a 2-2 count. You mentioned a while back, Sam, wanting to have career aspirations working in print media, covering sport. Is there a dream job on that list?
You know, I'm not sure about that, Cade. I'm kind of just going wherever the wind takes me right now.
Hey, that's a great motto to have. You know, just bloom where your feet are planted. And a lot of times in this business, you don't really know where you're going to end up in that first job. It could be Kalamazoo, Michigan, or Fargo, North Dakota. Or maybe even Columbia, South Carolina. The 2-2. Cut on and miss from Rubenstein for strike 3. 1 away in the top of the 8th inning. First strikeout on record for Josh Mallets this season. Back at the top of the order, it's Garibay once again. The 5th time tonight. Meanwhile, the Gatemen are still working through the order. Their 3rd trip. For Garibay, the Rice Owl. 0 for 2 with a sac fly back in the 6th. That brought in a run and a walk. That was Garibay's 7th RBI in his last 3 games. And 15th of the summer. 1-out pitch from Mallets. Called strike 1, the fastball inner corner. Runners at first and second. That's Engel and Nunez. Each of them reached on singles to lead off the inning. Rubenstein moments ago struck out swinging. Mallets, 0-1. Check swing, outer half. They'll go to the third base umpire, Tom Ryberg, and say that Garibay held back. Count evened at 1 apiece. Sam, do you have a favorite memory so far? It's game 34, still plenty of time for more memories to be made. But do you have one so far with the Gatemen that you won't forget?
I think definitely that day after our game in Harwich when all the broadcast interns went out and we got ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was where? In Yarmouth or Dennis that we all went on our way.
Over
our
at Sunday
drive back
school.
home. Yeah, at Sunday school. There was lots of fun. It was more towards the beginning of the season, so got to sit down with everybody, get to know everybody better.
Now, that was some good ice cream, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Homemade stuff, you can't beat it. And it's built in an old barn. Now, did you go over on the wall and read that note about the history of the building?
I don't think I did.
I told you to do it, but you didn't do it. It's a 1-2 count to Garibay. Really interesting, though. It built in the 1800s, and still the original beams up top. 1-2, spike in the dirt. It gets away from Burks. Both runners move up a bag. To third base goes Engel. To second goes Nunez. With one out, Chatham looks to be in prime position to allow their 6-run lead to grow even more in the latter innings, just in the top of the 8th. Now, another thing, you taught me something that night. Do you remember what it was?
I don't.
Okay, well, down south, we call when you mix up ice cream and milk in a cup and then drink it through a straw. That's a milkshake. The 2-2, Garibay lets it miss low. Mallets breaking ball, just missing the zone. Count is full. We call that a milkshake. I had never heard that called anything but a milkshake. And I saw what you ordered on the menu. But to me, that didn't translate to milkshake. Was it frap? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, it
That
is.
sounds like fake rap. Frap. The payoff pitch upcoming with 2 runners in scoring position. 1 away. Garibay fouls it off. Stay alive. Now, frap, is that just a Massachusetts thing that I wasn't sure of, or is that like a common thing you know of outside of Massachusetts?
I guess it must be a New England thing,
A New
I
England
would
thing,
assume.
okay.
I think it's all the states around here. I remember explaining it to Cam, who's from California, and he said he thought it was called a malt. So I guess it just must be something different everywhere.
Now, what do you call the thing, the item? Big metal piece, metal basket that you push around in the, in a grocery store.
A carriage.
A carriage?
I call it a carriage.
Oh, wow, that's a new one for me. I had not heard that one before. See, for me, that's a buggy.
A what?
A buggy.
A buggy.
B-U-G-G-E.
Interesting.
3-2 in the dirt. That's a full count walk to Garibay. The second time he has drawn a walk tonight. And that's the first walk issued by Mallets. And the bases are loaded for Jake DeLeo, the center fielder out of Georgia Tech. Anglers lead 6-0 in the top of the 8th. A carriage now, really? See, for me, a carriage is like a horse-drawn carriage. That's what I think of when I hear the word carriage, not like a buggy. I would even go shopping cart sometimes.
I've called it a shopping cart before. Maybe it's because, you put your babies in the front of it, so maybe it's like from a baby carriage, maybe that.
Okay, I guess so. I guess I can see where you're going with that.
That might just be a southeastern Massachusetts thing.
Now, there's a couple other discrepancies in the English language based on regional dialects I've learned. One of which I said earlier this summer, and it was a game I believe you were at with us on the road at Hyannis. Remember that night it was real cold?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, man. First bases loaded pitch to Leo off the plate, and that's ball 1. Well, the one thing I needed in that moment, because my ears were awfully cold, so I needed, for layman's terms, a winter hat, right? A winter hat that you just kind of pull over the top. It fits to your head, a little bit of stretch, a little bit of give, cloth made. You know what I'm talking about, right? I've described it well.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call that?
I call it
the 1-0 upstairs.
I call that a beanie.
A beanie. Okay, I understand beanie. That's fine. I'm good with beanie. Beanie's a mainstream term. What about toboggan?
A what?
A toboggan.
I thought that was a sled.
See, I get that every time. Last summer, I was in Wisconsin, and I got, that's a sled. A sled's a sled. I've never heard of a toboggan being a sled. If we have the sleds out in South Carolina, you had your toboggan on, that's for sure. The 2-0 to Leo. Up and out, and that's ball 3. So never heard of toboggan as a clothing accessory.
Never.
Just as a sled.
Yes.
Okay. I guess you folks would know. Y'all get a whole lot more snow up here than we do.
We are the experts in that.
Bases loaded. 1 out, and the 3-0 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, it walks in a run. The second walk in a row from Josh Mallets. Easiest RBI of the season for Jake DeLeo. And the Anglers take a 7-0 lead as DeLeo picks up his 13th RBI of the summer. And now Eddie Marco makes his way out onto the mound for a conversation with Mallets. And this could be it. In his lone inning of work, Mallets gave up back-to-back singles, though the second was an infield pop-up that he called for on the mound, but then lost in the lights, and it fell just a few feet away from the mound. So back-to-back base hits to lead it off. Rubenstein struck out swinging. That's the only out on the board. And then Garibay and DeLeo each walked. DeLeo, though, with the bases loaded to walk in the run. It's 7-0 Chatham in the top of the 8th inning. The Anglers look to be well on their way to extending their win streak this evening. Meanwhile, the Gatemen are now on the right track to snapping their 10-day winless streak on the Cape. Haven't won since June the 10th. Rock Riggio will make up his way to the plate. 0 for 3 tonight. A walk back in the 3rd inning. The other 3 groundouts. All of which have ended innings. You never want to be the final out. And Riggio would only do it here if it's a ground ball double play. Here's another good one for you on the language regional dialect difference. When you go to a restaurant and you want a carbonated drink, I'll say it that way because I don't want to, give you any impressions to lead you on here, right? A carbonated drink. What do you say you want?
I ask for a soda.
You go soda.
Yes.
So not pop. You don't go just, I'll take a Coke.
No.
You just go soda. I'm the same way. I'm a soda person, although other people down south are just, I'll take a Coke. I've never heard anybody say pop. I don't know if pop is just like a 1960s Grease term, but I haven't heard anybody say pop.
So in South Carolina, people just say Coke for any soda?
Yep. In generally, some people I would say. Most, though, I think are soda people. Now, everyone's a Toboggan person, but only certain people are soda people. Bases loaded. The count is 1-1 to Oklahoma State's Rock Riggio. Nunez at third, Garibay at second, DeLeo at first. Mallets on the bump, walked in a run moments ago. The 1-1 pitch to Riggio. Grounded foul, first base side again for strike 2. Chatham scoring in their 5th separate frame tonight. Now it's the 1-2 upstairs. Count even at 2 apiece. Now, are there any regional dialect differences that you can think of that I haven't brought up? Or what's something I've said that has caught you off guard?
I think the biggest is the toboggan.
The toboggan?
But I have a question for you. How often are you needing those?
Well, right now it's pretty warm down south. It was warm here today. The 2-2 pitch off the plate, count is full yet again. Bases are loaded with 1 out. But come wintertime, I get cold. I do. So I will sport a toboggan really starting probably around November. It gets a little chilly. Anytime I have to pack up the shorts. Once I pack up the shorts, the toboggans come out. It's an exchange program.
So when does it get chilly for you then?
Usually when the fall really sets in, late football season, October, November, line rocket shot out of play. Count will remain full to Riggio. Usually right when the fall begins to close, towards the end of the college football season, I'll say. Week 1, I'll be in shorts and a t-shirt probably, right? By week 10, it's pants, a hoodie, and a jacket over the top with a toboggan. See, you can short it a little bit too. Like toboggan, that's just too long. Let's short it up to toboggan. That's what we go with. That's a term I coined from my father, the toboggan. The payoff pitch to Riggio. Base hit into the corner of right field. That'll score a lot of runs. Bases were loaded. Coming home is Nunez. Behind him is Garibay. Held up at third is DeLeo. It's a 2 RBI double for Rock Riggio, and it's 9-0 Chatham in the top of the 8th. And Josh Mallets, his first inning out of the Gateman pen, not going according to plan. He's recorded 1 out, but has surrendered 3 hits and a pair of walks. Pinch running in at second base for Riggio. Well, that's a jersey number I don't have. We'll work to get you that name as to who is at second base. Burks jogging out for a conversation with Mallets. Runners at second and third. Marcus Brown at the plate. 1 for 4 tonight. Reached on a single back in the 7th, but tried stretching it into a double. He was thrown out at second base. Mallets with runners in scoring position. 1 out pitch goes off the glove of Burks. Coming home to score is DeLeo. It's 10-0 Chatham. Cade Crenshaw, Sam Santos with you on the call tonight. Well, we've talked about a lot, haven't we, Sam?
Absolutely. Loved every minute of it.
Tobogs, sodas, the Patriots even. We talked about the New York Times crossword puzzle. Shoot, you probably could have done a crossword of everything we talked about tonight. 1-0 pitch, cut on and missed from Brown. Pinch runner on at second base is Alex Uloa in his Chatham debut this summer. He stands at third base. 1 out in the inning. Chatham leads by 10. The 1-1 offering to Brown. Liner out of play, third base side. One thing we haven't covered yet. What are the hobbies of Sam Santos?
I mean, other than being a big reader, trying to get outside during the summer, obviously I'm a big sports gal.
Now, one discrepancy I think you and I have between ourselves, as you talk about you prefer pool over the beach, as do I. But when I'm at the pool, I like to swim in the pool. I'm in the water. You know, I'm giving you my best Michael Phelps. 1-2, cut on and miss. Struck out swinging as Brown. Second strikeout of the night from Mallets. 2 away in the top of the 8th. You, though, I get the vibe, are more of a tanning person. Keep it calm, maybe on a float, out on the chair, something more relaxed.
I like to strike a good balance. I definitely do have my time tanning, but I do like to play mermaids every now and again with my friends.
Playing mermaids. There we go. We're acting like we're 5. Well, Caden Grice is at the plate, a runner at third. No, I grew up with 4 sisters, so I understand you got to play like a mermaid when you're in the water.
We only have a few nice months of nice warm weather here. Got to make the most of it.
Swung on and missed from Grice. Change up missed, nothing in 1. And here's a crazy thing. You're going to not believe me when I say this, right? I have personally never seen real thick snow in South Carolina. In my life, never seen real thick snow in the United States. I had to go internationally. The 0-1. Change up, taken for strike 2 in the top half. Count goes nothing in 2 with a runner at third and 2 away for Grice. Was very, very blessed and fortunate to get the opportunity right after graduate high school to travel over to Switzerland and got to go on an inner tube down the side of the Swiss Alps. That was the first time I had ever seen snow. The first time my foot sank in the snow. Really, truly, the first time in my life. Boy, was it cold. The 0-2. Swing and miss, strike 3. That will end the top of the 8th. Chatham puts their lead up to double digits. Sam, thank you so much for joining us tonight. So happy you're a part of our team and excited to see what you do with the final 10 games in the summer. You can read her pieces at gateman.org. That's Sam Santos, one of the beat writers for the Gateman. I'm Cade Crenshaw. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. We come back on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Earn a bachelor's or master's degree, complete a certificate, or take a single course through the Division of Continuing Education and Graduate Studies at Curry College. In-person and online classes run days, evenings, and weekends in Milton and Plymouth. To learn more about programs in accounting, business, criminal justice, education, nursing, and more, visit curry.edu.
Tom and Jean Yockey were passionate about the game of baseball. Over their 7 decades as owners of the Boston Red Sox, the Yockeys greatly invested in youth and amateur athletics in our community. They recognized the important skills baseball can bring to players both on and off the field: cooperation, respect, teamwork, friendships, and confidence. The Yockey Foundation has been proud to support the Cape League for more than 25 years. Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to
Back for the bottom of the 8th, Chatham leads 10-0. First pitch, Devin Burks. Called strike one on the outer edge. Remaining in at second base after he pinch ran in the top half is Alex Uloa, making his Chatham debut, member of the Florida Gators. Sophomore for the Gainesville squad. 0-1, called strike two, outer edge. Cade Satella remains in this game after Chatham brought in 4 runs in the top of the 8th inning. Big hit, a 2 RBI double from Rock Riggio. 10-0 Anglers in the bottom of the 8th. Burks, the 9-hole hitter, offers up the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First, make that second strikeout, of the night, dealt by Satella. And that'll bring up Cameron Chick. This is the 9-hole hitter. Getting a little confused here. The left fielder out of Missouri, 0 for 2 tonight. Chick in his debut game with the Gatemen. Bases empty, 1 out, bottom 8. The pitch, called strike 1, outer half. The Gatemen will be back on the road tomorrow, a 7 p.m. first pitch at Bourne. Second time in 3 days that the Gatemen will face off with the Braves.
Also a very special broadcast. On our end, we'll still do a radio version, but that one will also be on Nessun.
New England Sports Network. The 1-1. Fastball called, strike 2, up and in. The Gatemen will spend some time on the road to close out this period of time before the All-Star break. At Bourne tomorrow, at Yarmouth Dennis on Friday. The All-Star game is on Saturday. That'll be here, held in Wareham. Home run derby early that afternoon, the All-Star game later that evening. What an exciting day that's going to be. Expecting crowds of 7,000 and 8,000 people at Spillane Field. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball low and in. Count is full. And then, the Gatemen will continue their road trip. Off day on Sunday for folks to enjoy the All-Star break. And then on Monday, a special time. We will be over in Worcester, Massachusetts. A 6:45 first pitch on Monday against that same Bourne team, playing at the home of the Worcester Red Sox, the AAA affiliate of the Boston Red Sox. So playing in a minor league ballpark is always a special time. I know a lot of the Gatemen players are looking forward to taking that in. So that's your next couple days on the Gatemen schedule. First, though, at Bourne tomorrow, 7 o'clock first pitch. The payoff to Chick. Hits him. Lower leg, it clipped him. The first time a Gateman's been hit this evening. And one's aboard with 1 out for the top of the order in Davis.
Would you believe this? The Gatemen have been hit the most this season. That just ups the total to 36 hit batsmen on this Wareham Gatemen team.
A lot of bruises to go around. But back at the top of the order is Davis, the 4th time tonight. He's 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Extended that on-base streak now to 5 games. Now bringing that tally to 8 walks in that span as well. 1 aboard, 1 away. Satella deals to Davis. Lower half doesn't catch. That's ball 1. Chatham up 10-0 in the bottom of the 8th. Righty on lefty. Satella comes home. Swing and a miss. Count even on the changeup. One, fouled away for strike 2. Davis out of Arizona. Chick inches off of first. 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. Davis will call time. A conversation from Rubenstein out to talk with Satella. The Gatemen trying to avoid being shut out for the 4th time this season, the second of which would be against Chatham. That dates back to their June 20th showdown over at Veterans Field. A 2-0 Angler win in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Keep in mind that was only in 7 innings, but still was a final. The 1-2 pitch to Davis. Put on the ground and through the right side. Cam Chick stumbles across second. He'll have to remain there. A 1-out single for Chase Davis, his first hit tonight.
It's good to see out of Chase Davis. He's walked a couple times today. This almost an identical line as he had 4 days ago, and a tie that Wareham had at the end of this last week. I mean, Wareham, they'll take it. They'll take any momentum builder, especially from a guy in Chase Davis that's been so successful this season.
2 on, first and second with 1 out for Max Anderson. First pitch, low. Ball 1. One-0 pitch from Satella, righty on righty. Chick gonna steal third, no throws made. And really, Chatham is not going to worry about base runners at this point because, in theory, the tying run is represented on the base paths in Chase Davis. But the Gatemen have to go all the way through the order and him back at the plate for him to be the tying run.
I was trying to think about that, and you're right.
You don't have to worry about base runners. 2-0, swing and miss from Anderson for strike 1. Just trying to put that in perspective as to why they didn't throw down to third. So Chick gets the stolen base.
Was that 13 on the season?
That is correct. That ranks 10th in the Cape. A 2-1 to Anderson. Swing and miss through the fastball upstairs. Count even at 2-2.
To also put it into perspective, that's 13 fewer than Harwich has, which they're the next lowest team at 26.
Chick at third, Davis at first. 1 out, bottom 8. Gatemen trail by 10. The 2-2. Outside and away. That's ball 3. The Anglers, looks like they've cleaned out the bullpen. Maybe just a few straggling bodies left behind. So Taylor's going to finish this one out. And with a 10-run lead, you understand. The payoff. Foul, first base side, out of play. Anderson 0 for 3 tonight. Strikeout, foul territory pop out, and a ground out. Once again, the 3-2 pitch. Liner back of the middle, base hit. Cam Chick comes home to score. That ends the shutout. Davis holds up at second. It's 2-1 Chatham in the bottom of the 8th. That'll bring up Ryan Campos. Anderson, the RBI single. His first hit tonight. Two on, one away for Campos, who's 0 for 3 tonight. A 1-out pitch from Satella, up and in, ball 1. Campos fouls it away to even his count at 1 apiece. Bottom of the 8th, Chatham leads 10-1. Time call by Campos. Now he's back in the box. Count evened at 1 apiece to Campos. Satella readies with runners at first and second. Comes home. Foul ball back to the fence. Strike 2. Davis stands at second. He singled. Anderson singled as well, but brought in a run as Chick scored from third base. 10 runs on 8 hits for the Anglers, 1 run on 5 hits, 3 errors for Wareham. The 1-2 outside and away. Count even at 2 apiece. Gateman doing all they can to put up a fight late. 2-2 pitch from Satella. Fouled off third base side. Campos will stay alive. This game approaching the 3-hour mark, 3 minutes away. We had an official 6 o'clock start time. Gateman scoring their first run moments ago. An RBI hit from Anderson. Now Campos at the dish, and the 2-2. Inside, and that hit it. Campos will take first, the second hit batter this inning. From Satella will load the bases for Owen Diodati. Diodati this evening has reached base each of his previous 3 trips up. A walk in the second. He singled in the 4th and 7th. Righty on lefty. Time called by the first base umpire Mike Hinojosa. As Ryan Campos is still taking off the protective gear after getting dinged. And he appears to be okay. Good to go. Diodati remains in the box. The 1-out pitch from Satella. Outside, ball 1. One-oh pitch, up and in. That's ball 2. And that could be it for Satella. Here comes Tom Holliday out to have a mound conversation with his relief pitcher. Just the second arm of the night after Roman Kimball went 5 innings strong of 2-hit baseball against the Gatemen, where he struck out 6. A left-hander is beginning to throw in the pen, but doesn't look like he's anywhere ready to come into this game. if you're Satella, you still have a little bit of cushion room. 9 runs on the board. The bases are loaded, though. Best case scenario for Chatham, a ground out from Diodati. Flip the double play, you're out of the inning with 1 run scored. Worst case scenario, a grand slam cuts the deficit almost to near half. Diodati, 2 home runs this season. Bases loaded, 2-0. Upstairs, ball 3. And the 3-0 pitch. Called strike 1. Diodati thought it was ball 4 inside. He was ready to toss the bat. Satella trying to battle back and induce a ground ball from Diodati. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Bases loaded, 1 out. Davis at third, Anderson at second, Campos at first. 1 away, bottom of the 8th. Chatham leads 10-1. Satella comes set. And the payoff pitch to Diodati. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That sits him down. First time that Diodati has been retired tonight. 3rd strikeout on the evening from Satella. That'll bring up Blake Wright, Clemson shortstop, who's 1 for 3 this evening.
It's also worth mentioning that when you take a look at Falmouth against Harwich, and those two in 4th place in the respective divisions above these two teams, Falmouth leads 6-5 in the bottom of the 7th in that one. So tighter ball game and means just as much.
2-out pitch to Wright, ground ball, third base side. Picking it up there is Nunez. His throw across to first base. Grice the tag, not applied. Safe is Blake Wright. Davis scores. It's 10-2. The deficit trimmed down. A base hit. It's ruled an RBI, given to Blake Wright. Second RBI hit of the night. Anderson and Wright, the same 2 hitters that drove in runs last night at Bourne. Bases are back loaded with 2 outs. The Gateman down by 8 for Derek Fabian, the Florida third baseman. First pitch from Satella, upstairs, ball 1. The Anglers just a few outs away from picking up their 3rd win against Wareham this summer. 1-0, called strike 1. Outer edge. Bases loaded. 2 outs, bottom 8. 1-1 pitch, cut on and missed upstairs. Strike 2. The 1-2 punch to Fabian. Swing and a miss to end the inning. Gatemen leave the bases loaded, but bring across 2. We go to the top of the 9th. Anglers lead it by 8 on the Gatemen Broadcast Network.
Gibson Sotheby's International Realty is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League, offering residential sales and vacation rentals across the Cape. We help you turn someday into right now. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
Serving southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, Office Technology Group has been the area's source for advanced digital multifunctional copiers since 2009. Call Office Technology Group at 508-858-5825.
Summer is here, and we are finally back to enjoying all our favorite outdoor activities. As temperatures rise, so does the risk for unexpected injuries. South Coast Health Urgent Care Centers are open, safe, and here to provide the care you need when you need it. Our 7 locations are open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Walk-ins are welcome, and having a South Coast Health physician is not required. Visit southcoast.org/urgentcare. Mark DeShays has been practicing law in southeastern Massachusetts for over 30 years. His primary focus is on all aspects of real estate law, including residential and commercial real estate transactions, commercial leasing, land development, land use and zoning law, and land conservation matters. If you need representation, call now at 508-993-2300.
Top of the ninth. Chatham leads 10-2 over Wareham, and the call of the pin has been made to bring in Will Rogers out of Arizona State. This is his game again. Sophomore standing at 6'1", 215 pounds. Rogers, you'll also see him on the offensive side, a two-way player, also as a catcher outfielder. On the mound this past spring, 3 appearances for the Sun Devils, pitching 2 1/3. He gave up 2 hits with no runs, total 2 strikeouts to 0 walks, but he faced just a total of 8 batters. Was used much more on the offensive side, hit .299 in 46 games. Well, the first pitch to Matt Hogan is taken for strike 1. Hogan came in as a defensive substitute in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hogan, a senior out of South Carolina. 0-1 pitch from Rogers, grounded foul over the first base side from the lefty hitter. Hogan, a Melville, New York native. He's hit .250 on the Cape, his 26th game of the summer. Currently in the transfer portal. And the 0-1 pitch, make that the 0-2 pitch to Hogan, up and out. That's ball 1. Tonight just has not been Wareham's evening. You have to tip your cap. Simply put, Chatham was the better team tonight. The 1-2. Hogan lets him miss up and out. Count even at 2 apiece. Two-two, skied, shallow left center field. Blake Wright backing up, sticks the glove out, and makes the over-the-shoulder catch for the first out in the top of the ninth.
Well, that's how you make it up to yourself. Blake Wright, what a fantastic grab out there in the left center field gap. And for a player that's been so consistent at the shortstop position, has went through his trials and tribulations today, but it's a good sign to see him make that catch.
Well, here's Lyle O'Miller Green, the pinch hitter out of Austin P. State. A 148 average in his 11th game. Rogers misses off the plate, ball 1. Ball 2 inside. The Gatemen finally scored their first run and second run of the night. In the bottom of the 8th, RBI hits from Anderson and Wright. It'll be Hausinger, Burks, Chick due up in the bottom half of the 9th inning. 2-0 finds its way in the zone, a called strike 1 in the lower half. Rogers turns and offers up the 2-1. Fastball stays high, ball 3. Three-one outside, and that's ball 4. Rogers deals a 5-pitch walk, his first of the season. That'll put O'Miller Green at first. to bring up another pinch hitter. It's North Carolina's Johnny Castagnazzi, a Massapequa Park, New York native. 148 average in 19 games. One aboard, one out. Fouls off the first pitch he sees for strike one.
Also a returning Chatham angler, one of 9 to return for the Chatham A's after a disappointing season a year ago and what looked like a rather repeat season this year. They've really come on strong.
O'Miller Green at first. The 0-1 pitch. Called strike two, outer half from our home plate umpire. Well, if this score holds, the Gatemen will remain in 5th place of the West Division standings and currently are 3 points out of the playoff picture. Meanwhile, you look over White House Field in the top of the 8th. Falmouth leads Harwich 6-5, a close one there. If Falmouth holds on, that now builds a 5-point deficit that the Gatemen will face to try to battle back in the playoffs. Castagnazzi swing and a miss, strike three. First strikeout of the season for Will Rogers in his debut. That's the second out in the top of the ninth. To bring up Jack Rubenstein, the catcher from Georgia Tech, the 1 for 3 tonight with a hit by pitch. A 2-out toss, up and out. That's ball one. O'Miller Green at first, the 1-0, down and away, ball two. For Chatham, they brought runs across in nearly every inning tonight. 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, a pair in the sixth, and 4 in the top of the eighth. The Gatemen will respond, though, scoring their 2 runs in the bottom half of the eighth. There's a high drive, deep left center field. Chick giving chase. It's at the track, it's at the wall, it's off the wall. Rounding third, coming home is O'Miller Green. Holding up at second is Rubenstein. It's an RBI double, and the Anglers take an 11-2 lead in the top of the ninth.
In all facets of the game, the Chatham Anglers are clicking, whether it be at the top of the order or even Jack Rubenstein in the 9-hole. What a performance by the Chatham Anglers, and right now the Wareham Gatemen are just trying to get past this top of the ninth.
Back at the top of the order for Guy Garibay Jr. The 6th time he will have an at-bat this evening. 0 for 2 with a pair of walks and a sac fly. Pick up his 15th RBI of the summer. A 2-out pitch, a called strike one for Rogers on the inner half. Runner at second, 2 outs. The 0-1 offering. Changeup stays high, count even. Gatemen will be back on the road tomorrow at Bourne, a 7 p.m. first pitch. We still have the bottom of the ninth, though. The 1-1 popped him up. Left side. Backing up is Blake Wright, the shortstop. He now runs in the left field. Cam Chick makes the catch to end the inning. Another run comes across for Chatham. An RBI double for Jack Rubenstein. And we go to the bottom half. Anglers lead it by 9 on the Gatemen Broadcast Network.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Need physical therapy? Select Physical Therapy works directly with you and your physician to create a plan of care that meets your goals and needs, with 6 locations on Cape Cod and more across the country. Select Physical Therapy is the official provider of athletic training for the Wareham Gatemen.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you. After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's 11-2 Chatham. Due up, first off, will be Jack Hausinger. But first, though, a new pitcher on the mound for Chatham. It's Ben Hampton, left-hander out of West Virginia. This is his 7th appearance of the summer. A 2.08 ERA, an 0-1 record through 30 1/3 innings pitched. He's made 4 starts. 21 hits, 8 runs allowed, 7 earned, 4 walks, and 36 strikeouts. How about that ratio, Cam?
Yeah.
36-4.
This is a hard-throwing lefty. He knows how to pinpoint the zone. And for Chatham, as much as the hitting has been there over the past couple of days, the pitching has just improved and kept this team in a position where they're at least close enough to the playoff hunt. I mean, think about Chatham. It's a team that had more ties than wins, and now the ties are coming back to be a positive for this group because you pick up 1 point here and there. Chatham's 3 points behind Harwich. The Mariners have been reeling as of late, and hey, all of a sudden, Chatham doesn't need 10 wins in order to have a spot in the playoffs.
Well, and Cam, I'm the first to say I don't like ties, right? I do not like ties. I think in sport, the best part about it, biggest life lesson, there's winners and losers, right? Not everybody gets a trophy. But I've never questioned the impact that the ties have in the CCBL. You get a point for each one of them, and, you know, it's crazy to think you can tie in 44 games and you're a playoff team.
Yeah.
Like that. We were talking about this the other day. You can go 0-0-44 and you're in the playoffs. In fact, if you were to do that, you would have more points than half the league. Hausinger, ground ball up the middle, booted by Alex, the new second baseman Alex Uloa of Florida, excuse me.
Now batting the catcher from Kentucky, Devin Burks.
So they'll give that a base hit for Hausinger. And that'll bring up Devin Burks, catcher out of Kentucky, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Hampton deals first pitch, grounded foul, back to the third base side. A 1 pitch, low and inside, count even, have 1 apiece. And the 1-1 offering to Burks. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 11 runs on 9 hits tonight for Chatham. Of course, their offense came through in a big way this evening, but they've also capitalized on plenty of mistakes committed by the Gatemen. 1-2 inside. The fastball misses. A bases loaded walk back in the 8th inning drove in 1 of those 11 runs. The first 3, though, tonight all scored unearned, courtesy of a pair of errors. The Gatemen have committed a total of 3 tonight. 2-2, line base hit into left. Hogan ranges over there to make the catch. Off a couple hops. Runners at first and second, no outs. So far, that's the start you want to see for Wareham in the bottom of the 9th.
And how about it? 3 hits in the 8th and now 2 here in the 9th. And all of a sudden, that hit total not looking too bad. And, hey, just look at, hey, you erase those defensive miscues, and all of a sudden, this is a brand new ball game.
Well, the one thing Ben Hampton will see for the first time tonight, he's a left-hander. And Cam Chick, we've seen him hit lefty all night. He is a switch hitter. First pitch is a righty. He breaks the bat, ground ball over to short. Flips in time for 1. Uloa will not have a throw for 2. That's 1 out on a fielder's choice. Getting to third goes Hausinger.
Now batting the center fielder from Arizona, Chase Davis.
Chick was 0 for 2 as a lefty. He finds way on the base paths that time as a righty. Back to the top of the order, 5th time tonight, here's Davis. 1 for 2 with a pair of walks. Lefty on lefty, first pitch from Hampton, off the plate and away, ball 1. Hausinger at third, Chick at first. 1 out, bottom 9. The Gatemen trail by 9 runs. The 1-0 called strike 1 in the top half.
Big game tomorrow for the Wareham Gatemen against the Bourne Braves, another interdivisional foe. Chatham, of course, in the East Division, while Wareham's in the West. So, for a Gateman team that can take advantage in their own division, and that's huge. You've already updated the audience on what the score is between Falmouth and Harwich. I'll do it again. The Commodores lead 6-5 over the Mariners. If this result would to hold, the Gatemen would be 5 points out of the playoff picture. The Anglers would be only 1.
Runners on the corners. The 2-1 to Davis. Called strike 2 on the outer edge. And the 2-2 pitch to Davis. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Cut through the changeup. That's the second out in the bottom of the ninth. It'll all come down to Max Anderson. For Anderson, 1 for 4, an RBI hit back in the 8th.
Maybe he has a 9-run home run in him.
Strike 1 call in the outer half. We look ahead to tomorrow. We already said the Gatemen are back on the road at Bourne. Cut on, missed nothing in 2. Chatham will be back at home as they'll play host to Orleans. They're at Veterans Field in Chatham. Hampton, the 0-2. Inside, misses. That's ball 1. Hausinger at third, Chick at first. 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. The count is 1-2 to Max Anderson. The Anglers 1 strike away from hitting double-digit wins this season. The 1-2 fouled away. We'll see it again. Hampton, the 1-2, chop foul off the plate once again. Keep in mind, tomorrow night, the Gatemen at Bourne. That is a 7 p.m. first pitch. Keep that in mind. A 7 p.m. first pitch, the first 7 o'clock start time we've had all season. The 1-2, grounded foul by Anderson yet again. We'll see it, the 1-2 pitch for the 4th time upcoming. One-two, hit in the air, shallow center. Charging is DeLeo. He's there to make the catch, and that will end the game. Your final score, Chatham wins it 11-2. 11 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Gatemen 2 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors tonight. With a victory, the Anglers make it 4 in a row as they improve to 10, 17, and 7 on the year. The Gatemen extend their winless streak now to 11 days. They fall to 11, 17, and 6 on the season. Back at it tomorrow, 7 o'clock first pitch. You can catch the action on the Gateman Broadcast Network. Until then, for Claire Foley, Cameron Ezeir, I'm Cade Crenshaw, saying so long from Spillane, and as always, remember to smile.